New Age 6-job patch notes. So they're called 6-job patch notes, but there's not going to be any 6-job in here. So they're just called New Age patch notes, basically. So you guys already saw a bunch of stuff from the test server, some stuff that that they tried to not show us, and some stuff that they tried to show us. But basically, so there's a huge Identisk island that has never before seen crazy amount of rewards. That seems, but the shops have way less stuff in them. So basically what they did is, if you just log in daily check-in, you also don't have to check in every single day. You'll have a limit per week, so that if you miss a few days here and there, you don't get behind at all, right? So you might see it as like, oh my god, I can't do this daily. But the benefit is you'll get way more value per day that you do it, because there's only going to be 3 days in the week, or 4, but I think it's 3, in the week that count for progress. So that's why this is going to be way more forgiving for not playing every single day. But I think that in general is a good thing, but of course it's being hugely overshadowed by by the Soul Urda cap, so it's hard to be like super positive about anything that's going on here. There's a bunch of cool things, there's a, as we'll see, that are coming to the game. But it's really hard to be really positive or really laud Nexon for those quality of life things and for those extra stuff when it's all being overshadowed by trying to sneak in completely time gating and potentially monetizing the Soul Urda cap. So we'll be moderately happy or somewhat positive towards some of the changes. But yeah, all of this could still flip over if you get a bad memo today. So still, fingers crossed. So 6-job, and then 6-job is currently under discussion and will be added to the patch notes closer to the 6-job release date on November 29th UTC. Thank you for your patience. So yeah, it was already going to be released 2 weeks in, mostly because 6-job, at least, well, they hope that this update and the burning and everything brings back a lot of people. Allows people that have characters that are not level 260 yet to use burning to get to 260, so that when the 6-job comes out, everyone can start playing it at the same time, kind of thing. But again, I'm not going to caveat every single time I mention 6-job, but of course we're still, waiting for more news on that. So the name changes, you guys probably already knew. Reboot is going to stay there. I thought we were getting our own logos as well, but I guess not. Oh, I guess we're not getting our own logos for now. I think we should. I think we should get our own logos. Because if the name Reboot stays... Like, if the logo stays, then the name I don't think is necessary. But if the name Reboot stays on top of it, then I feel like you could remove the logo and give us our own logos. So it looks like Hyperion has... When they remove Reboot from the name? Gotcha, yeah. I feel like you only need one of the two. So if you remove one, Oh, they're going to keep both and then remove both. Okay, that's different than I would do it, but okay. So, EU is going to be called Solus, because then you have Luna and Solus, right? You got the Sun and Moon, Dawn Warriors Rejoice. And then existing Reboot's world names have been changed to the following. So we're Kronos is like the All-Father, I think. Like the dad of all the gods in the Greek pantheon. So that's like the one who started it all, kind of thing. So that's us, if you're still playing on NA Kronos now, or after 2 weeks if you're still here, of course. And then the new world is going to be called Hyperion. I've noticed some people saying Hyperion, because we already have Perion in the game. From everything I googled, and Hyperion seems to be the go-to way to pronounce it, but, whoever wants to say it however they want to. As long as there's no official statement, and even then, who cares? Call it what you want to call it. The world that shares the same characteristics and attributes to that of the Reboot world, so Kronos and Solus. For those who are not familiar with Reboot world, it's a special world that does not allow trade between players, which instead gives greater focus on the joys of character progression. By earning gears and mesos you need through defeating monsters and bosses, with definitely no hard caps and unlimited progress. So I think they will put extra messages in the login when it's like, which world do you want to choose? Do you want to choose a Reboot world or a non-Reboot world? And make it a little bit more clear for new players what they're getting themselves into. Because you can imagine, it might be hard to imagine, but if you're starting MapleStory now and you're just clicking on channel select, there's like 5 or 6 channels in there. One of them is just called Reboot, but it just seems like one of the other servers. And then you just click, and then you might be playing the game exactly how you want to, or not how you want to at all, right? And then based on that experience, you might have a bad experience with the game, you know, other than actually playing it. Aside from that, or just not the experience that you were looking for, right? So hopefully they're making that a little bit clearer. And they also mentioned in Reboot World, so the HP and EXP of hunting map monsters have been updated to be the same as in non-reboot. Which, for people who don't know, basically means that the HP is cut by about, I feel like it's across the board cut by about 40%-ish. So this means that if you use a lot of particle effects, the stuff that flies around to hit monsters across the map, you'll be able to one-shot with those skills way faster after the update. But the counterpart is that the EXP will be cut down, and that's a much larger percentage of the EXP that's being lost there. So if you're comparing that to when we lost totems, for example, because we lost the amount of monsters and how quickly the monsters respawn, this is, again, this scales towards later. So early on, it's not going to be as much of a difference, but the further you go into the game, the bigger the difference is going to be. And the difference is going to be bigger than what the change was when we lost totems. Because with totems, we lost about, I feel like we lost about 45%-ish. And with this, we'll lose about more like 55%. So again, it's another curving of the EXP gain, but at the same time, you'll also see there's a lot of changes to the EXP curve requirement. So in the so before the word about Frenzy, a lot of people were like, okay, so it's going to be cut a lot for Reboot, so this is going to be comparatively quite good for non-Reboot. But now that we hear about the Frenzy stuff, it's like, well, now everyone is getting cut off at the shins, pretty much. So that's that. So one thing that we didn't really get too much detail on yet was the Hyperion grand opening event. Like, what are they going to do with the new server? Other than, you know, hopefully give it a good send-off by giving a good memo and giving us good news about 6 job, is celebrating the new world, which everything will fall and stand with those notifications. So please, Nexon, for your own good, make it work so you can actually have this server not be an absolute catastrophic failure on launch. They said they would split it to categories, and if I had to guess, the category Hyperion Chronos would be under world called Reboot. I just hope there's a little bit of extra explanation on like what will it exactly mean, like in the channel select when you pick this type of world versus this type of world, because we couldn't see that in the test server, but I hope that they've implemented that in the meantime. What's up, David? Blah 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 blah. So there'll be leveling milestones. Rewards can only be claimed on the Hyperion world once per account, so you can't claim this on any other world within your account. So level 30, you get 20 million mesos, 5 half-hour double XP coupons, 1,000 power elixirs, 7-day rock. Level 50, another 20 mil, 200 mystical cubes, 5 safety charms. Okay. Level 7, 30 million mesos, 2 Pollo and Frito tickets for some extra EXP. Hopefully you get that golden snitch or whatever it's called, the snowfield room. That's a bunch of extra EXP. Try to use these if you're going to be playing. Try to use these during a rune, because then you'll get a bunch of bonus EXP if it's a monster kill one. And another 5 half-hour double EXP coupons. So this is on top of what you would be getting if you're burning a character or whatever, right? It's going to be on top of that. You should have named it Reboob. Nice. Not a bad idea. But dude, next one should hire you, bro. And then 30 million mesos trait boost potion at level 100. You know everyone is going to dump that into charm to get their their slot unlocked. Unless, isn't there finally charm? Charm. We still need to do that, right? Yeah, we still need to do that. Even though that should be going into insight if it's your main character, but yeah, if it's not, it's once per account, so everyone is going to dump it into charm, no matter what I say. People are going to make that mistake. It's okay. Then special medal of honor times 10. It's not that big of a mistake, but it is a mistake. And then another 5 half-hour double XP coupons, and the Hyperion Ring, which is not as exciting as you might have thought, because it's like, oh my god, an extra ring for an extra server. This is like another fire or flame ring. No, this is level 100. This is 10 all stat, 20 HP and MP, 10 weapon and magic attack, 10 defense, and cannot gain potential. So, I mean, yeah. This is just Hyperion Rage Pyre. Just Hyperion. And then another 1,000 power elixirs, just, you know, to carry you over. Then we got to 120 50 mil and a Karma 12-star Enhancement Scroll. So, you know, you can get your weapon at 12 stars for free. But, you know, in the meantime, you've already gotten like 150 mil, so that does help you with keeping your character funded. But again, one per account, so don't spend that money too quickly, because you are going to need it. Then level 140. Also another 50 mil Miracle Circulators. It's probably a little early to give someone Miracle Circulators, because they'll probably just waste them on their inner ability, I think. But we should read later as well that the inner ability gets a lot of buffs in New Age. So there is a green light to go working on it. Except I did see that the second Sunday has an inner ability 50% off. So I would wait at least until... what day is that? Fucking the 26th, I believe. That has a 50% off. So I would definitely wait until then to go do any inner ability stuff. 300% Epic Potential Scrolls. That's always nice, because I always have a bunch of stuff that needs that. 100 Flames. Out of nowhere. Okay, that's suddenly an insane amount of value for any character at this point. Boss Accessory Box. You might remember this from the Pink Bean and Yeti worlds and stuff. So you get the Aquatic Letter Eye accessory, Condensed Power Crystal, Silver Blossom Root, Deocities, Gold Clover Belt, Crystal Ventus, but you just get all the accessories. I guess they could have thrown in a Pink Bean Cup, but they decided against that. No, we didn't go over the events yet. We're still before that part. Of 160 50 mil, another scroll, another set of coupons, and then there's big event ring selector, exclamation mark rings in the chat if you need to see the details on that, but they all have the same stats, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick. 100 mil, 9-hour maintenance makes you sad. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that too soon, because who says it's going to be only 9 hours? Blossom comes at unique. Oh, did I miss that? No, this is a unique equipped ring, means that you can only equip one of them. Because you can equip multiple rings, they have to put that there so that you can't equip multiple Silver Blossom rings. That's what it should mean. If it comes at unique, that's a nice bonus, but that's not how I read it. But you're right, that is a bit ambiguous. So the rings, level 80, 100 mil. 30 solid cubes, another scroll, 50 black flames. That's pretty good value, but it's probably too early in someone's account to really be able to use it. So my general advice is, if you don't need these rewards immediately in that moment, leave them in the start tab and keep them there, because as soon as you pick things up, this is basically like a juiced reboot box, right? As soon as you pick these things up, they have a 7-day duration. So some items you can use as themselves, and you just want to pick them up immediately so you can start working on it. But some items only have value when you use them on other things, like cubes, like flames. And if you pick those up, but then you don't really have items at that point that you can use them on properly, where you can really get the value of the item out, the sooner you pick them out, the more likely that you're going to lose value on them. So I would just keep them in the start tab and only pick them up when you really need them, when you have a more permanent item, like a black flame. You want to have a more permanent item like a weapon, probably like at least Absolute weapon, or even going up to Arcane weapon, but probably an Absolute weapon because of how quickly you can progress here. And then use the Black Flames on that to try to hit like tier 6 attack on something or tier 7 attack. And don't pick these up too early, okay? Because it's not like you're going to save like billions of mesos getting a 12-star scroll, and the 100 mil should not really be necessary yet at this point, because you've made a lot of money already up to that point. Level 200, get another 100 mil, 100 arcane symbol selection coupon. Again, because don't be too tempted to immediately dump those into the first symbol, because you get a lot of free arcane power from things like hyperstats, from guild, from a lot of other sources, from like a title that exists and everything. So again, I would keep this one unused as long as possible. But you probably want to throw those nodes in pretty quickly, because you want to get that damage immediately, right? But I would only use the symbols like right before they expire on whatever is the furthest area that you've unlocked at that time, to make sure that that catches up with your areas before that. Although all of the areas will now be giving the same amount of daily symbols and weekly symbols, but still some areas you will unlock later, so it will take longer for them to max out. The quests don't expire. No, so well, they will expire, but only at the whole end of the event, right? So this is like until February 6th. So you have all the way until then to pick them up from the Star tab. And then we have, where was that, 180, right? 200? Yeah, 200. So then we have the Choo Choo set. For people who don't know, that's basically NX clothes that come with temporary individual sets and a permanent set bonus. So everyone will be wearing this probably because it's just free extra, free extra damage. So everyone will look almost exactly the same, but you know, damage is damage. So what are you going to do? And then another big ring selector. Here, again, it doesn't matter which one you pick. They have the same stats. But if you're going to pick it up on the same character, you have to pick a different one because they're all unique equipped ring, right? It says here as well. These rings should always come guaranteed 3-line, though, so you don't need to use stamps on them. And they come guaranteed with potential, so you don't need a potential scroll for it either. But, you know, you might have like 100% epic potential scroll still lying around or something like that. It's very good to get them immediately to epic and use mystical cubes to try to roll at least 6 to 9% stat on them immediately. No Z-Ring BT creation event, not that I saw. Usually that's only available in the second part of the update, so I'm hoping that it'll be like 4 weeks in that we should see that. They come legendary? Oh, did they change that? Oh, this is a legendary. Is the other one as well? Did I miss that? No, this is a regular one. Oh, okay, okay. This is a legendary one. Yeah, you're right. I read over that. I thought it was the same one as before. Coupon, wait, coupon set. Why does it say set there? I don't think that's supposed to be there. Oh, this is also within it? Ah, okay. It's like a combination box. This is almost like one of the... Was it Chapter 3? Almost like a Chapter 3 reward box. This is a 100% Event Ring exclusive Legendary Potential Scroll. Okay, so this... But this one... Okay, it's a Legendary set. So they don't come Legendary, but they come with a Legendary Scroll, so you can immediately make them Legendary, right? It's not like a double. It's a single. Okay. And then Event Ring exclusive Solid Cubes. Those are very nice to immediately roll some stuff on it. Remember, if this is your first character... If you roll a lot of stats, so anything, I would say anything over 21% of your stat, then keep it. But if you don't roll that, try to aim for drop rate or Mesobtain. It might be tempting to not go for Mesobtain because you're getting so much money anyway, but that's going to run out pretty quickly too. So if you hit Mesobtain or drop rate, I would keep that so you can either bring up your base income for your character when you're leveling through the game, or you can increase the amount of drop rate you get in terms of nodes, backups from bosses, and stuff. You'll need both of those lines, so whichever one you hit first, just keep that and then move on, and then use the rest of these cubes on the other ring that you have, right? So typically the stuff that goes to Legendary first will be your weapon, secondary, and emblem. Weapon might be a little bit later because you might be switching weapons, and you can't transfer Legendary potential over, especially not once you go from Absolab to Arcane Weapon, right? Because it's 40 levels in between, so you can't even transfer. So Weapon probably stays unique. Secondary and Emblem can go up to Legendary to get a lot of percentage attack or percentage magic attack to make sure that you can keep mobbing properly and also take that damage with you when you're bossing. And then right after that will be your accessories that go to Legendary. To get that drop rate and that Mesobtain up, you can check ! drop rate in the chat for more advice on there, on the distribution and the items and all that. But you want to make sure that your income is good when you're mobbing, and don't rely too much on damage too quickly from the accessories, because the accessories, you want them to give you that utility, that drop rate and that Mesobtain. You want your damage to come from your weapon, your secondary, and your emblem, and that come from your 5th job and your legion, your links, and all of that. So if you're playing in Hyperion, you're going to be doing the level 1 to 100 event, bring up your legion very quickly. You're going to be leveling your main character very quickly because of the burn, because of Identisk Island and the stuff that we'll read a little bit later. And you're going to be moving through the game very quickly. So you want to make sure that you have the foundation quickly as well, with the drop rate and the Mesobtain, so you can start making more money and getting more drops really quickly. So this is November 15th all the way until February 6th. Okay, I might have to add some more weeks here. Let's see, December 1926 to... Oh, why is this one so much wider now? Oh, it's Christmas here. Jan 3. Oh, 31. No, that's a little too fast. 9. Oh, actually, it might be right. And then Jan has 9, 16, 23, 36. Jan 3. 30. So that's going to be the end. Oh, whoopsie. So Feb 7. Yeah, this is when all the stuff is going to end then, I guess. To Feb 13. So we'll delete these two for now. I'll hide these two. And then this will be no update. Don't know what that's going to be yet. Okie dokie. These weeks are a little thick, but usually much thinner. Okay, not that thin. That's pretty good. November 28, 29, December 5, 12, 19, 26, January 2, 9, 16, 22, 35, 30. Okay. And that's Jan. Okay, but these aren't right yet. This is 13, 20, and then these go to 10, 17. January has 31st, right? Yeah, otherwise this will be the 7th, I believe. Yes. Okay, I think that's correct. Alright, let's continue this line because I feel like the sunny Sundays are just a little bit more important, and that's what most people are looking for as well, so I put them right up front here. I can already add them, I guess. A lot of people are always waiting for those, so I can get to that really quickly. But it's always on the bottom. Sunny Sunday. Did they put the notes in again? They didn't. How did we do that last time, where we figured out what the actual link was? Because I want to put the link in the notes directly to where they are in the note, but they didn't change the... They didn't change the thing anymore. Right mouse click on the link. Gotcha. That's how we did it. Oh. Like the top. Right click. Copy link address. And then if you open it here, yeah, then hashtag sunny. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know why they made it harder like that. Edit link. Apply. There we go. Boom. Okay. So it's, oh, well, might as well go there now. So it's a 1+1 event. This is really only good for new characters to try to get your stuff all up to 12 stars. It'll save you quite a bit of money. Basically, it's almost a 50% off. Compared to the numbers. Well, it's got to be a little bit more than 50% off because you're only paying for the cheapest one out of the two, and there's no drop chance anymore now, right? So now it's actually 20% off because you can't, like, fail at... well, you can still fail. Well, it's around 50% off, I think. Somebody do the maths. Sitting outside in the Colorado mountains, listening to Scardor go over Maple Patch. Life is great. Your life is interesting, bro. Okay. And then 50% off spell trace enhancement, so that's for a non-reboot. And then, like I said, to 26, we have 50% extra EXP for monster park clears. That's just, you know, it's on a Sunday when you already get a bonus, so that's nice. And then 50% off inner ability. I don't like what they say ability resets because we always call it inner ability. So I feel like they should call it inner ability reset as well, just to be consistent there. But yeah, with New Age, they're so rare, invulnerability is not completely gone. No more chance for that. And if you have a legendary tier invulnerability, the chance of getting unique within a legendary tier invulnerability, getting a unique line, that chance is 50% higher compared to before. Rolled a bunch during the test server and saw that as well. So a lot of unique lines and no rare whatsoever. So can confirm that, at least with the test server, what was on there. But I believe in the patch notes we'll read that as well. So this is a good time to use all of that saved up honor XP, because I know you guys have been saving for a long time, and get a good, go from a good training and temporary invulnerability to a more permanent, long-term, potentially bossing invulnerability. But in that, make sure you don't undercount the value of drop rate, in case, hopefully, the drop rate for solar that goes away, plus the drop cap, sorry. And at the same time, you want to get pitched items, and they're super rare already. So I feel like invulnerability drop rate is actually kind of best in slot. Because, yeah, otherwise that just takes forever to get. The third one is Shining Star Force, 3rd of December. That was already confirmed in the community stream, but it's good that it's mentioned here as well. For people who don't know, that's 100% on 5, 10, and 15. So 5 to 6, 10 to 11, and 15 to 16 cannot fail. Is 100%. You don't have to safeguard. You cannot possibly fail. This event is basically only... Well, the main thing that people use this for is getting past 15 stars, right? Because 15 to 16 is where you... is the one that you have to do the most, and having always 100% there saves you a lot of money. But for Shining, it's also coupled with 30% off on the Star Forcing. So this will save you a lot of money. Make sure if you're in a guild that you double check with your management or go into the guild castle yourself and check if you have the guild room, the guild enhancement room, because if you Star Force in there, the Star Catch is automatically applied even when you so basically you just have the UI open, you enable Star Catch, but whenever you Star Force in there, it won't show the Star Catch, but it'll automatically complete it for you. It'll automatically accept it for you. So that way you can just save money overall and time to either click or, well, either just to save time or you save money if you wouldn't otherwise. You can also use the altar to like show what you're Star Forcing, but you don't need to do that to get the bonus from the Star Catch or from the room. And then week 4, we have 5 times the chance to open Magnificent Souls from Soul Shards. As you guys might know, the double S tier Soul Shards is where it's all at. We want to get those 2 Magnificent Souls to use those in our Absolab, Arcane, and then later Genesis weapons. And if you have any of those, they are not time limited and they are transferable, so you can keep them on a mule or you can keep them in the storage, wherever you have space. If it's not an event, I would just hold on to all shards always, and then only use them on events, and then just start saving them up again until the next event. Because otherwise, there's not really anything you can do with them. You can fill up your monster book and everything, your soul book, but that almost has 0 value, so I wouldn't try chasing that. So that's all Sunny Sundays. To me, the one that stands out the most is, of course, December 3rd and December 2nd. So I'll be highlighting those. Which days are those? 19, 26, 3rd, 10th. So this one not bold, these 2 bold, this one not italic. Oh, did I just mess that up? I did mess that up, oops. So this is November. This is also November. This is December. And this is also December. I guess I'll highlight this one and put a note here. Sixth job release. So there's like a little bit of a thingy there so that we can know that that's going on. Oh, I should remove this because that was for the last event. Boom. Get rid of that. Nice. Yes. And then the event we just went through was this one. This one. Copy address. So Reboot Hyperion Grand Opening Event. And that's going to be from the 15th all the way to the 6th. So that's the whole shibammer here. And it's called Reboot Hyperion Grand Opening Event. Capitalize all the letters. Boom, boom, boom. Insert link. Bam. Bam. Done. Okay, next. Then we go back to top. Doodle-doo. That's going to take a while. Growth revamp. These are updates. These are all not events, so you should be able to scroll through these without needing to put them in the event calendar at all. So let's see. The first one is growth revamp. As you guys probably already have heard a bunch, the general EXP that you need through the entirety between level 210 and 260 has been roughly cut in half, which, you know, mainly means that they took a little bit more off than half for the last 10 levels, and then way less than half for the early levels. But because, you know, you need so much more EXP here than you do here, it evens out to about around half. So hopefully you guys saw my earlier video and didn't level just before the update, which means that after that you stayed very close to a level but didn't quite level up. So once the update is live, you'll see that your character is at 100%. Yellow bar is completely full. As soon as you get a single point of EXP, you'll level up, and all of that overflow EXP will go into the next level. If you math correctly, you could even get enough EXP to get the next level also completely full and even get a double level up out of it. But for most of you, it'll probably just be a level up and then some free percentage in the next level. So that's hopefully you guys did that. And yeah, you don't have to immediately double check all your characters, of course, but if you do, you might get a bunch of free levels in your account, grow that legion, and hopefully make use of that percentage change. Now for level 260 to 269, it was 32% decrease. I don't remember that being the case, but that's pretty cool for people who are in that level range. And then 16% between 270 and 299. In my head, I had it as 16% completely past 260. Okay, so I missed on that. That's my bad. Symbol adjustments. So it's just 20 simple dailies in all of Arcana. And then Cernium is going to have one combined quest for both Cernium and Burning Cernium. And all of the quests are basically just going to be kill 500 monsters near your level, any of the monsters in the area, and that's it. So you just start the quest, and then any monsters you kill in the area will count, and all of the areas will just have 500 monster kills. That's it. So no more 1Ks, no more specifically picking a monster, accidentally picking the wrong one. But the downside, for people like me, and maybe some of you, if you were doing it with a party, if you were having people help you with the daily sometime, remember, all instance maps. So no more partying for these dailies. You're going to have to do them all by yourself. That's the downside. But other plus side, the symbols went up. So Cernium is going to have 20. And it doesn't mention hotel here. In KMS, hotel also went up. Hotel Arcus also went up to... And KMS Arcus also went up to 20. I wonder if they forgot that or if that's not... That's definitely a note I will send to... I think Ghibli made the patch notes, right? Yeah. I'll definitely send that to double check on that. It's day 10? No. Wasn't it 2020? 10, 10, 10, 10? Now I need to double check. No? Why did I have that in my brain? And I've been saying that for a while and nobody corrected me. What the fuck? New Age... Maple Island, no. He did multiple times. Well, not hard enough. Anniversary. No, it's after that. Information overload is learning a new player. Yeah, it's a lot, dude. No, I get it. Like, I mean, I get even overloaded and get the stuff wrong. There's so much stuff going on. New Age here. Control F, Hotel, Arcus. Oh, Arcs. Yeah, extra EXP, level change. Okay. Oh, well, I fucked up on that one too. Damn. Another one. So 20. Oh no, because we're getting 5 now. Oh yeah, so it is getting doubled, but I doubled it in my head. Yeah, never mind. So 20, 10, and then 10, 10. So it's going to be 20, 10, 10, 10, and then probably so because Shangri-La is coming out, and then Arteria should be coming out probably by the end of New Age, hopefully by the second part, and that should be another 10, and then when Carcion comes out, that's probably even later, but then that's level 285 area, and that should have another 10 immediately from. Actually, it's already 10. Yeah, but it was 5 for a super long time, and Odium was 5 for a long time, and it still is 5, but then that is going to 10, so that's why it's mentioned here. Yeah. Damn, in my brain, I was hoping that Hotel was gonna double up. Man, why? How did I? How did I imagine that somewhere? Well, that's my bad. Hopefully not too many people were counting on that. So, Cernium, double to 20, and more Sacred Power from other sources, and extra area, and all of that, so this should be leveling up quite a bit faster. You thought Hotel was going to be 15? Oh, well, I guess we're both wrong. The reason Cernium went up to 20 is because 2 Cernium areas. Yeah, and then the levels were also adjusted. Sacred Power coupon of the relevant region will drop when defeating monsters in the map. Another reason why drop rate is so important, right? Just to speed it up ever so slightly, because even if you compare this to arcane symbols, right? This is a small amount per day, and we don't have weeklies on top of that. But you might think, oh, it caps out at level 11 instead of level 20, so that's going to be so easy. Yeah, you think that, but once you're actually working on it, the amount of percentage in terms of to being done you get per day is extremely low. You need an insane amount to get to level 11, and it gets really expensive too. The Catalyst, so that's only for non-reboot. This has more details on how you can turn the EXP that you have in a sacred symbol into an item that you can transfer and then give to another character to basically give that character progress. This is really only for people who like change mains and have, you know, want to transfer some of the daily stuff that they've done over a long period of time on one character to get a head start on another character. But yeah, so for non-reboot, it's not something that we only for non-reboot. For reboot, that's not something we can use. Cernium's not double either. It's only Burning Cernium, I think, technically, that they're doubling, and Odium, yeah. But it's good that the new areas are going to start immediately with 10 instead of starting with 5, because that's just so slow. Oh, Monster Park adjustments, so we get Labyrinth of Suffering and Limina. So that's going to be extra bonus daily EXP if you're running that on high-level character. Remember, if you could otherwise be training, don't run Monster Park on the highest difficulty just to get more EXP out of it, right? Usually it's about the same as if you were training, but remember, training also gives you money, gives you drops, and gives you familiars, right, in GMS and all that other stuff. Familiars that won't be in Grandis, for all we know, probably not. Or at least don't count on those for now. Keep hoping, but don't count on them. So even though this might be tempting to do the longer runs to get more EXP per run, it might be a good idea if you're just trying to get the completion from Monster Park to maybe just run Monster Park on another character that gets percentage-wise more EXP per day. And then for your main character, just grind, so you get more value out of your time than just EXP. But that's something that you might have to just run and kind of compare training and running Monster Park and kind of see for your personal situation how that works out, right? But just don't blindly just do it, right? Monster Park Intermediate Dungeon and Advanced Dungeon entry conditions have been updated. Intermediate from 140 up to 199 and Advanced Dungeon 200 and above. Yeah, that's not that crazy. Yeah, they did buff the EXP. That's what I'm saying. Just do it and then check and then compare. And then based on your findings, adjust it forward. Don't just do it and then just, not look at it. Or also don't just not do it and don't look at it, right? The following stages have been removed from the Advanced Dungeon to Immediate, Dragon Nest, Temple of Oblivion, Night Stronghold, okay. And Monster Park Clear for EXP for Morass, Asphera, Celis, and Moonbridge stages has been increased. Hi yo, thank you for Prime, dude. Thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Daily quest adjustment. The following Arcane River area's daily quest EXP has been increased. All of it. And Arcane River daily quest completion condition has been updated to defeating 600 monsters in the area. And then for every area that you've completed, it goes down by 200. Down to a minimum of 200, I believe. Players can use 300 Maple points for every 200 monsters that need to be defeated to complete the daily quest. And the Grandis region's daily quest EXP has been adjusted for Cernium, Hotel Arcus, and Odium. As you saw in the Orangemushroom post, that's up by quite a lot. That's up by 20% in Cernium, up by 35% in Arcus, and up by 20% in Odium. So the daily amount of EXP you get just by doing all of the daily quests is going to go up quite a bit. Dailies enjoy, raise your hands. Yeah. Remember, though, that for the EXP from these quests, if you auto-complete a quest, then you don't get the EXP from it. So if you want to get all of the EXP that's possible in one character, you have to either manually do it every single time, or do it manually and then auto-complete it on several characters to get all of the EXP out of it, right? Because they can still get the EXP like 3 times or whatever it is, like for the weeklies, right? But if you want to get all the EXP, you're going to have to do it on multiple characters or not autocomplete, but you tend to want to autocomplete, so that's a small little downside on, yeah, even though the EXP went up, it's hard to sometimes get all the EXP on one character. So the quest is just to kill any mob 200 times in that area. Yep. Grandis region's Sacred Symbol daily quest content has been unified to defeating 500 monsters in the respective region. I mentioned that before. Then Grandis region revamp. So Cernium after is level 260, Arcus and Karote quest 265, and Odium region and quest start at 270, and then Shangri-La will start at 275. It's just so that there's like a new area every 5 levels, like there kind of is now, but they're shifting everything down 1 and just throwing Cernium and burning Cernium together. And that's why the daily symbols there went up from 15 to 20 as well. Daily quests, notice proposal can no longer be accepted, and certain daily quests will be consolidated into one. Monsters, monsters were also slightly adjusted, right, to match, and then also their sacred power requirement brought down a lot to make sure that you can still kill them in the area and around the level where you have access to them. But you can see here, 70 to 100 in Burning Cernium, that's going to be brought down to 50, right? So it's going to be way easier to very quickly move into Burning Cernium, kill the monsters there. And then in Hotel Arcus, from 130 to 200 now, that we brought down from 70 to 100. So you'll be able to train there much more quickly, even though they only went down 5 levels. That's a lot of sacred power down, right? And then in Odium, they were also brought down all by 5 levels, and 230 to 300 is now taken down from 130 to 200, which is a huge decrease as well there. So you'll be able to move into up to Odium much faster. Maple Guide Grandis section has been updated for each milestone. Remember, if you kind of confused or you don't know where to go in the game, always use the Maple Guide. Default key is the letter U. Press it again, press it twice, and then just scroll through the content, and then you have a starting point. It might not be the ultimate position where you stay eventually, but you'll have a starting point and you can start exploring from there. Completion EXP reward for the following quest has been updated. Aftermath, Convergence, Cernium before, Cernium after, Hotel Arcus, and Odium. Again, it says updated, but we can see here. So here's the increase from the daily EXP, right, for the Arcane River is 30%, 30%, 30%, 30%, 50% for Moonbridge, 50% for Labyrinth of Suffering, and 60% for Limina. So yeah, if you haven't been doing these dailies yet, would highly advise to do them. They're super duper fast, and it's probably like a few, it's got to be like a free, because the EXP is cut as well, it's going to be like a free 5% a day or something if you just do these 3. Like it's crazy. Here are the level changes. Where's this part specifically mentioned? Completion EXP for the following quest updated. If I look for Aftermath here, it's probably going to have a different name though. Yeah, it's going to have to... Oh. Yeah, it's going to have a different name. What's up, iKnight? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, there's a power changes. Yeah, difficulty level for Saren and Kalos were also all brought down by 5 levels. And remember, they didn't mention that here specifically yet in the patch notes. They probably should have with the changes, or maybe I read over it. But the amount of damage penalty and damage bonus that we get based on our level. So damage penalty based on the level difference with the target that we're attacking. We are copying what we're going to be copying what non-reboot has now as well. So which is more forgiving. I can give you a little bit of insight on that. Even though it wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. Or, yeah, again, maybe I read over it? Let me double check. Yeah. EXP, the damage increase. Yeah, okay, it is mentioned here. Yeah, I did read over it. That was my bad. But for the details on that, that is, God, come on, level difference. This is my death debuff penalty. Did they remove it because it's going to be unified now? Level advantage multiplier? Ah, yes. So what we have right now is that's for soul weapon. Did they already copy it over? No, during Empress buff skill. What? Oh yeah, so here we have 10 levels higher for plus 20%, right? And then, you know, 9 levels, blah, blah, blah. It's just 2% per level, but all the way up to 10 for 20%. So at 0, you deal regular damage. And then when you're 1 under, you deal 5, you get 5% final damage reduction. So even 5 levels below, you're already at 25%. 10 levels below, minus 50%. And then it goes even harder. To like minus 87.5 on 15 levels. You're basically just, yeah. You're doing 10% of your total possible damage if you're completely capped out, but you're only doing 12.5% of the damage you would be at monster level, right? So you really don't want to be fighting bosses when you're too low level, but you also don't want to be training on monsters that are too high level. But with the fact that the HP of the monsters is going to go down, and their XP is going to go down, we're probably going to want to be training on monsters that are a little bit higher level than us and further away from us than you're used to. Because you will be dealing a bigger proportion of your damage to them than now. They will be having less HP than now, and you will need to if you want to upkeep your EXP percentage. Because like we saw, the XP curve is mainly going down past, well, is only going down past 210, right? But up to 210, working on Legion and everything, it's not going down. You're going to get a lot of free EXP from the 1 to 100 level and from burns here and there. So there's definitely a lot of free EXP to work on your Legion, and definitely take advantage of that when it's possible. But remember that since those changes are going to happen, we're probably, when you look at like leveling guides and where to train, you might want to look at the area just above the one where you're used to training and going there a little bit faster, because that's basically what non-reboot has been doing the whole time. Because the changes are going to be so that you're going to deal minus 100% instead of at 20 levels below, that's only going to be at 40 levels below now as a change. Where comparatively, if you're 20 levels below, where now you would deal 0% of your damage, now you deal half of your damage in non-reboot. That's the same as if you were 10 levels below in the current situation. If you're 10 levels below now, it's only 25%, which would be 5 levels below. And if you look here as well, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one, but it's the same here, trust, but it changes up here. Once you get higher, so within 10 levels, you actually will already be dealing bonus damage if you're 2 levels below the character. So instead of 0 at 0, we'll be dealing plus 0.7, so basically around 0, around minus 2, and we will already be dealing 10% final damage bonus at 0. So let's say you were doing Hard Will, and you were level 250, your damage is already going to go up to Hard Will by 10% without changing anything. Right? And instead of needing 10 levels, right? Instead of needing 10 levels to get 20% final damage, you only need 5 levels for that. So if you had 255, you're doing max bonus damage on level 250 monsters. So boss is lower level, area is lower level, faster sacred power, and final damage increased. So bossing is going to be possible, even without the damage increase, without 6 job, way earlier than you're used to now. Hopefully that all makes sense. Do you know when is the 10 to 100 event? That should be live immediately when the game comes up. You should have 7 of those per account that you can use, but you can only use 1 per day. But I would just use 1, get the character to 100, kill Zakum, and then focus on your main. Next day, do another 1 to 100, kill Zakum on those both characters, focus on your main, and just add them all up until they're all 140, and then move on other characters, basically. So, that's final damage multiplier changes, okay? So that's just like a small notification in the patch notes, but that is a huge compensation when it comes to bossing for the change of, you know, for us being more similar to non-reboot. But of course, the main part that will hurt us in reboot is the EXP drop. Even if the monsters get a little bit weaker, the EXP drop is going to be pretty brutal. So to compensate that, fight monsters further above you than you're used to, and you'll probably be able to kill them more easily than you think you can. You know, but we're still going to be level restricted in a higher level area, so you can only do so much there. Quests and cutscenes cannot be skipped. That's all great. Remember, put your NPC and interact and chat key on the letter Y on your keyboard, so you can just hold it down, so you can skip through all of this stuff. Monster placement and terrain have been improved on following hunting maps. This is a lot, so if you're used to training in these maps, in general, we're all going to have to start training on different maps anyway, or we're going to have to check out different maps. You know, different map layouts, different monster HP, different damage that we're dealing. There's just too many parameters changing, so we're all going to have to just test new maps. Excuse me. Go to a new map, run a battle analysis, find a good rotation, do battle analysis, I would say at least for like 5 minutes, like a full rotation. If you're looking for EXP, do at least 15 minutes, so you have a full rotation of a rune, I would say. And then compare battle analyses with each other. I would grade them based on how many monsters you kill, how much money you make, and how much you enjoy training there. If you're just, because then if you're just, you know, trying to get some gains, but you're not trying to try hard, then just do the one you enjoy the most. If you're trying to try hard, try to get as much EXP as you possibly can. Take the one that gives you the most EXP. And if you're trying to train, you're kind of trying to try hard, but you're mostly trying to get money because there's an event coming up, like a cube sale or a DMT or something like that. Cube sale, MMT, or a Shining Software, something like that. Then just go for the one that makes you the most money, right? As long as you have like one of those in mind. Or if a map is full, you can always just go to the next one, right? You don't have to worry, because maps will be full. Hopefully, you know, if the Erdicap gets removed, it should be pretty full. And then, even though we have double map coverage, it's still going to be full. And even if we keep 40 channels and we have a new server that people go in, it's still going to be pretty full. So make sure you also have backups so that you don't feel bad that you're not getting the best possible rates in the game, because everyone wants to get those rates, right? We're going to have to all fight for limited spots, hopefully. So give yourself a backup there as well. What is level monster level to fight for optimal EXP? Like how many levels above you? 10 to 15. So now it's probably within 5 if you're a starting account. If you're a stronger account, you can go up to 10. You basically just add 5 levels, yeah. So it'll be like up to 10 for most people, and then up to 15 if you're very strong. So 10 to 15 is a very good number to use as a gauge, yeah. Probably if you're a pretty new account and you try 15, you're probably still going to be hitting like with a wet pool noodle. So you're probably going to want to take it down a little bit. But basically just an extra 5 levels up. TDI Bar, thank you very much for the subscription, dude. Welcome to Scottish Grass and Chromes and we bed you thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. The hitbox for falling monsters has been increased. There's been a bunch of monsters with like too low of hitbox and too many characters, especially when you're jump attacking, you're just attacking over them and missing them. That's pretty annoying. So they've adjusted that for a bunch of characters. Then Cinder's Paradise, Shangri-La, so that's the level 275 area. That's coming out right with the maintenance. You probably already saw that in the test server. I was running around in there a little bit as well. Beautiful area, an extra storyline behind the common entry storyline to get yourself a symbol at the end. Not a super long storyline, but again, I did it on level 280 character, so I was already, and you know, I've close to 300 sacred power, so it's probably a bit easier for me to do than someone who's just fresh and getting into 275. And remember, individual spawn, so no one else who can do it for you. No need to like ask for someone to help you kill the monsters more quickly. You're gonna have to do it yourself. Yeah, actually I already uploaded that to YouTube when I commented on that, so I should just push that live for now. because it does give good hope for GMS that we don't have to do anything more drastic. But these are horrible pre-thumbnails. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I have it open here. But I don't want to take too much time away from this video, as I'll be lazy clipping it. Leave a comment if you think I'm lazy clipping. Maple C updates. Good news, everyone! Or how does the guy say it? You guys don't know Futurama, probably. I'm gonna have limited, see soul. Or that cap 6th job. Let's see. Just get that out there. That fucking gold rush on the MapleStory content now is so real. Futurama W, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I shouldn't forget the W and the L. So Shangri-La, new area, quest line, whole bunch of maps, whole bunch of strong monsters. For now, the strongest monsters in the game. So you should hope that the people trying to get the best rates and trying to get the best stuff are all moving out of Odium and all into Shangri-La, which opens Odium up for the people who are coming out of Hotel, because you know those monsters are 5 levels lower now, and you want to train on monsters higher level than yourself or higher level than you're used to training. So everyone's going to be, who's already in Grandis is probably going to move up 5 levels, which opens up Cernium proper to all of the new 6-job people who can then start jumping it. Well, not yet 6-job, but all the new level 260 people, I should say, to start jumping into Cernium and start getting to work on their Cernium symbols and start working on just figuring out how strong those monsters are and how good those EXP rates actually are compared to Limina, although you probably won't feel that, which is kind of a positive. You probably will be keeping the same EXP rates because, you know, might be roughly, well, it'll be cut by a bit. So basically, if you're grinding a lot, if you're getting all of your experience from grinding, you'll notice that you don't get nearly as much EXP from your grinding sessions. If you're a very slow, casual player like myself, you're getting most of your EXP just from dailies, you will notice that you're actually going to be leveling faster. So all of these maps, following monsters have added Sinner's Paradise. Yep. The Inkwind Owls are the highest level monsters. They were still pretty decently easy to kill for me on a test server, even though I have not nearly all of my Legion and my Link skills there, so it's pretty tricky. We went over to Hyperion Rewards. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're on top of everything you're already getting. It's mainly a lot of mesos. It's not any like insane crazy items, but it's a lot of mesos, some cubes, 2 extra event rings, and a lot of flames as well. So it's pretty good value, yeah. Yeah, and then you get 10 symbols for the daily immediately, right? Not like all the areas up until now that all started at 5, which was eh. And then rewards. Oh, shout out to Howl Guild, apparently. Oh, you get the beautiful medal and EXP, amazing. But of course, the medal is always just, yeah, medals for these areas are always trash, like their stats. They're more for visuals so that they can sell some metal anvils, right? That's basically all it is. Then Grand Athenaeum Maple Chronicle for the lore buffs among us. New book of the Arcane River Aftermath. Chapter has been added. Arcane River Tenebris Limina Ligma. Aftermath chapter's story differs depending on your character's job. Ooh, different endings, boys. Alright, that's in the Dimensional Mirror if you want to check that out. Easy clap. Tower of Oz revamp. All of the ring boxes are gone. The amount of Oz points per floor will go up a lot because you don't get Alicia's ring boxes anymore. And then they removed broken box pieces. And they added the Ocean Glow earrings, if you want to get those. If you want to get a Day with Dorothy chair. Honestly, it looks pretty nice. 2 million Oz points, though, is quite a bit. But honestly, it's a pretty cute chair. And a Tower Boost ring. For people who don't know, that's basically a ring that if you wear it, you get more Oz points per floor that you clear. Because the rings are all gone. Why? The rings are being moved to drops. And we should probably check exclamation mark Boz rings. That's a typo. To see if this is still somewhat accurate. Yeah, so they have green Jade Boss ring, a basic from Lotus Damien, Slime, Slime, Easy Normal Lucid and Will, Normal Gloom, Normal Dark now. They added a catchy as well to this list. Okay, how are we gonna add that? Richard, edit. So Akechi is also going to be dropping this low level ring. That's cool. That's another chance for per week. No Helix added, sadly. Unfortunate. Red Jade box on hard Lotus, hard Damien, hard Lucid, hard Will, and normal Vihela. That's the same, I think. Yeah. And then the black Jade ring box. That's when it gets pretty nice. This one is from Chaos Gloom, hard Darknell, Chaos Slime, hard Vihela, and normal Chosen Siren. I couldn't test all the bosses, but I did know that Matt confirmed that the HP cut changes for hard Will went through. So for people who don't know, basically, if now you have to like wait, you have to get the HP down to a certain interval, and you have to wait for a certain time period before a test can start. The way it changes is that if you cut his HP all the way down, test starts immediately. So it cuts out that waiting time, and if you fail the test, instead of like having to wait another 2 minutes, he will heal 50% of the bar that you had to cut down. So if you cut that 50% down, the test will start immediately again. So it might change the rhythm quite a bit on when you burst and when you have the availability of burst, but you just don't have to worry about the timer anymore and just go for yourself, essentially. Only for hard Will? No, for all Will. For all Will. And for Lucid, I didn't get to test it, but in KMS, it was at the same time, so I'm not saying this with 100% confidence, but 99%, is that for Lucid, what they did was they added a bit more HP to her third part mode, part 3 mode, part 3 of hard mode, but they made it so that at the last HP bar, it doesn't just pause and soak up all the damage and then heal up and then goes down again, because you're just like waiting for your burst and everything. Instead, she has a little bit more HP on all the bars, but the bars just go all the way through, all the way down to 0. So, because people who get really, really strong, they basically, I mean, it takes like 5 or 6 seconds to get down to 1 bar, and then you're sitting and waiting on that last bar longer than it takes you to get to that bar. It's really silly. And then especially if you have a pretty short burst, it just eats up a lot of your damage without actually dealing it to hard Lucid. So with that change, you'll also be able to blow up part 3 of hard Lucid a lot faster. And then the third thing, I haven't been able to confirm this one. There's slightly lower chance, I would say, than the Lucid change that this went through, but Guardian Angel Slime and KMS also got a lot of nerfs. Lower healing, a lot lower HP, and just all around just more doable. So maybe not quite yet at the changes, at the patch, but once you get 6th job, definitely look into maybe soloing C-Slime, because it's huge value to get extra C-Slime bonuses, right? Because it means that you might not have to transfer hammer from your superior Gollux ring, which means that you can use your superior Gollux, the Gollux coins, for backups for getting 22 star instead, and then get faster 22 superiors rather than having to keep them for extra backups to try to get a C-Slime guaranteed up to 21 or to 22, right? So that'll speed up and much less time gate your equip progression that way. So definitely look into trying to kill C-Slime. Even if you're going to C-Slime in a party, you're going to have a way better chance of getting a ring in a party of like 4, 5, or even 6 people than by just running normal slime, because it's just too volatile and too low of a chance. Probably not 5 or 6, but I would definitely do like 3 or 4 man Chaos Slime if you're, if you're at the cusp. You'll increase your chance a lot to getting rings. That being said, then the white boss ring, which was confirmed to be a typo, so glad I was right about that, because I was like, I hope that's a typo. That seems reasonable for it to be a typo. Want to give the benefit of the doubt for that one thing, but yeah, it's because of everything else that was going on, it was a hard benefit of the doubt to stick with, but they confirmed that. Of course, even if it wasn't, they wouldn't say that it wasn't, but that's another topic. So Black Mage, Hard, and Extreme. I guess it doesn't say Hard and Extreme here, but basically Kalos, Chaos, and Kaling Normal. Note, boss ring box rate differs per boss. Box drop rate is affected by item drop rate. Good that they confirm that. And boxes will drop as individual rewards in Reboot Worlds. So that means instanced, right? Everyone, you've got to thank a sub. Who's up? Pooch26, thank you for the sub, dude. Welcome to Scottish Grass and Chromes. I'm Badger with thank you for supporting the channel. With your Prime. Thank you for priming on the chat. Oh, your name is Titty Bar, of course. Okay, I just got your name. Savage Ang, Naki, Rat, and RT. Thank you for the follows. Okay, and then they added another ring, which is the continuous ring. You might have heard about it. Basically, they realized that all of the rings right now that are really good are predominantly very good for burst classes. So like arcane boxes, no, arcane boxes are not affected by drop rate, but they are instanced. So if you're talking about just the instance part, that's the same like arcane boxes, but they are affected by item drop rate. So it's more like a Dominator pendant that is both instanced and affected by drop rate as well. Yeah, just clarifying out loud, just clarifying. So the continuous ring, it's not mentioned here. I'd have to look at the details, but because I think they buffed it. I don't know if we're gonna get the original one or the buffed version, because in the buffed version they added some percentage attack as well. Let's see if I can find that. Yep. This was a KMS Tespia from August. Okay, hang on. Something from August 24th. Something after the first update after August 24th. Wait, July? Oh, it's page 3. I don't know why it does this sometimes on his website. Like sushi, not so much of a sushi guy. I've really only had sushi when I was in Japan. Yes, Control F, continuous. Continuous ring, yes. So they changed it here. So I don't know if we're getting the original one or the updated one. We'll have to see about that. But basically the continuous ring was brought in as a counterpart to the more burst augmenting rings, because that really put the burst characters at much more of a positive situation than the more DPM heavy classes, right? Excited Gaming, thank you very much for the 3 months in advance. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, because classes that were more DPM heavy, and this is why we saw some DPM heavier classes like Fire Poison, who took some nerfs, was still good in KMS, but took a little bit of nerfs and fell a little bit out of like the top 5 classes, or just barely made it into the top 5, with a continuous ring creeping back in there. So basically what the ring does is you need to wait 2 minutes to prepare it, but remember, we're already waiting 2 minutes anyway to get extra stacks on our Goddess Blessings and our overdrives, or conversion overdrives, and on all of our other skills and our weapon auras, right? So we're waiting anyway. Once the preparation time is over and you hit a boss with an attacking skill, you increase your damage by, so it should be 140, based on the level, right? So if it's a continuous ring 1, it will be 35%, continuous ring 2, 70%, continuous ring 3, 105%, and continuous ring 4, 140%. But what's also coming out, we might read it later, is the ability to upgrade your ring 4s into a ring 5 with these items that drop from the really high level bosses. And then depending on how many of them you use, your chance of success will change, and the amount of money that it costs you to use it will change as well. But if you get to a 5, it will be 160% boss damage, and that effect will be active for 5, 6, 7, or 8 seconds. I believe it stays 8 seconds. Yeah, stays 8 seconds at level 5, but it'll be 20% more, right? And then it'll give you attack by 12%. I think the 12% is a weapon attack and magic attack by 12%. I believe that is... it doesn't say here, but I believe that's a passive on the ring. No, it's still an active. It's still an active, but it but I don't know if this scales with the level of the ring as well. If it's like 12 and then 10, 8, 6, 4 or something. I assume it... Oh, it does here. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So 4 at level 1, 6 at 2, 8 at 3, 10 at 4, and then 12 at level 5. So, yeah, for like 99.99% of you, level 5 rings is not something that you're going to be thinking about within the next year or so. But like a 3 or 4 from the ring box is what we're hoping for. So if you're more of a DPM character, the continuous ring is what you're going to be looking for. But you'll also, especially if you're a 2-minute class, you'll also want still to get a Roar 3 or Roar 4 or a Weapon Jump 3 or 4, because once 6 Job comes out and we're still playing, you know, granted everything goes okay, we are going to want a huge short-term damage buff on our 6 Job skill, because that's going to, for almost everyone, that's a huge burst skill. So if you can combine that, right? So if you're doing Culvert, for example, you start wearing a continuous ring, wait until it's charged, you go in, you use the Culvert, especially if you're a DPM character, right? Use this ring. If you're more of a DPS character, you might want to use Weapon Jump / Roar, right? And Weapon Jump for first mini burst, Roar for the second one, big one. But the continuous ring, you want to use that in the beginning to get all the DPM in, and then when you do that last big burst with all of your buffs on the, you know, on the highest level boss, when you get the most points for your damage, then you slam that 6 Job and then take the Roar, and then hopefully, of course, by then you can get a Roar 5. But you know, again, that's going to be very far away. But Roar 5 will be 20 seconds. It'll be the same 100% as Roar 4, so that part doesn't go up. But I believe Roar 4, if I'm not mistaken, is 15 seconds now. Because I think it goes... Does it go 6, 9, 12, 15? Because I think my Roar 3 is 12 seconds. If I'm not mistaken. I think it goes 6, 9, 12, 15. So, but the percentage is 25, 50, 75, 100, right? So the percentage of the attack goes up a lot as well with the levels. So the percentage doesn't go up, but to compensate for that, it stays for 20 seconds, which is an extra 5 seconds. And, you know, with, you know, server lag, it could be more. But that's an extra 33% of the duration. So that for, of course, a lot of bosses, you know, either you don't bind the bosses long or they move around, or it's going to be harder to confirm that full 20 seconds. But imagine for Culvert, an extra 5 seconds of 100% weapon and magic attack, that's going to change a lot of scores and add 6 Job into that and everything, blah, blah, blah. Again, considering everything goes well, blah, 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 considering Nexa listens to the community, etc., right? I said I wasn't going to do it every time. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it ever. So, back to the original patch notes. It says you may obtain the following rings. It just has the whole list. So we basically have this breakdown. So this is what they found in KMS when it comes to like the most important rings. So this is the continuous ring. This is Weapon Jump. That's the Roar. That's basically the ones that everyone is looking for. You can see some extra rings on the bottom here. Totaling ring, Risk Taker ring. Those are good in some situations as well. And you can see roughly the odds for the type of ring. And then here the percentages of the... I don't know why it says CR3 or 5. Someone else made this, okay? I didn't make this. It seems like the only thing here that's not 100% accurate is that here... Like, at least according to our patch note, it says Black Mage. Also, Black Mage Extreme is here. And for Kalos, it's just Chaos. And for Kaling, it's just Normal. At least according to our current patch notes. And then they added Akechi Mitsuhide, to the Green Jade box. Other than that, this seems to be still accurate. Okay. Oh, yeah. So here's the information on the stone, right? So you get the stone from... Did they mention here specifically... the Grindstone of Life can be obtained at a low rate by defeating Kalos and Kaling in all difficulties, excluding story mode. Dang it. They are tradable in non-reboot worlds, and they are affected by drop rate. Okay, so get as much drop rate as you possibly can. Polishing can only be done on untradable special skill rings. So you want to upgrade it from 4 to 5. You have 10% chance if you use 1, and it costs you 500 mil. All the way up to, if you use 5 of them at the same time, you have 50% chance, and then it costs you 5 bill. I believe that's the same. as here, right? Yeah. Fire mill 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah. So these numbers seem weird that it's like 10 times the price for only 5 times the chance. But if you math it out, I believe this is still slightly better on average. But also these drops are going to be exceedingly rare. So it's not like you just want to like YOLO it like that. Is it only polishing to level 5? Only if you have a level 4 and you want to upgrade it to level 5. That's the only thing you can do for polishing. Yeah. You can't do like a level 3 to a level 4 or something. It'd be cool if they did that. Because then the people who are stuck. Descriptions of the special rings will be updated. Chrysip M rings descriptions will be updated to indicate that jobs that do not use MP cannot equip the ring. Remember also, if you are a Angelic Buster, once the revamp goes through, MP rings are going to be on the menu for you. Just put that out there as a reminder. Then skill improvements. In accordance with the 6 job advancements, skill UI and skill tooltips have been improved. Issue where skills and cooldown, buff icon. Oh boy. Action customization feature has been added to Urda Shower. When action customization is used, Urda Fountain can be summoned by pressing the skill key instead of having to use the down arrow key. So for training, that's going to just make it a little bit smoother placing that fountain down rather than using shower. If you still if you still shower, hopefully you gamers do, then just don't enable the customization feature. Very easy. Should be just a right click on the skill icon in the skill window. Issue where players could use certain skills when using transform potions. It's all smaller stuff. Oh, fix the issue where the following skills cancel the casting action of the previously used skill. Uh-oh. Kane and Cadena's Nova Temperance. RIP. Adele, Kali, and Ark's Florin Heroes will. Okay, no more animation canceling with that. Fixed issue where sometimes the effect of a skill that automatically chased monsters was displayed as a skill effect that wasn't your character's. Interesting. Burn Soul with Blade Soul, but attack on upper charge. These are some smaller fixes. But there might be some big ones in here. Action customization for Burning Soul Blade. So when action customization is used, Soul Blade can be summoned in a fixed state just by pressing the skill key. Same thing with the fountain. That's good stuff. Can you like the image picture of the drop rate for the boxes? Exclamation mark boss rings has that in the chat. Yeah, I think Richard just used it. Just click that link. Thundersphere also customization key. That's good. That's good. It's always weird to me that they don't start automatically doing that on every skill that comes out past a certain point, if they know historically that they're just going to implement that later anyway. It almost feels like, well, we're going to implement it anyway, so we'll just do it. Like we'll get around to it. We'll just need to get the update out. We'll do it if we have time, but if not, then we don't, kind of thing. Seems a bit interesting on how they handle that. Marksman. Sniper piercing arrow will each stack empowered arrows separately. Stack more clearly. Sniper's mark that appears on a monster that hit by has been removed. A mark will be left on monsters hit by snipe. When a monster with a mark is attacked using empowered snipe, additional hits will occur. I don't know if that changes our damage very much, but it might make it easier to debuff and keep the debuffs on. Which I'm all for that. Obsidian barrier. If damage decreases, amounts decimals will be rounded up. Okay, less sudden deaths on the Pathfinder. Good stuff. Shatterer, the Roman numbers that indicated solid buff icons have been updated to Arabic numbers. Nice. Good stuff. Oh. RIP. Buck and all ships gonna be more accurate. Aggressive stance. Triggered more easily. System message appears on dawn where characters attempt to use certain skills that they don't meet the requirement for. After using the SP reset scroll has been improved to be more accurate. Okay. Focus Mischief debuff duration is now reset immediately when orbital flame hits. Okay, Blaze Wizards. Hopefully that's good for you guys. The buff icon remain. Fenrir attack range increased by about 15%. Blizzard Tempest toggle on off if you don't want the bind. So if you just want the damage. It's good if you're in a party, you don't want to accidentally trigger the bind on the... I think every single bind that does damage, or every single bind that is also an iframe should probably get that function. Because it feels really shitty to, you know, have like an Ice Lightning slash... or like a Luminous who's just trying to iframe and then accidentally binds a boss like completely off timer. It's nobody's real fault. But it's really unfortunate because sometimes you would just tap the iframe either instinctively or you're gonna die. That's not really fair that they have to pay such a price, or the whole party has to pay such a price for that. Skill attack range increased by about 29% on Spiral of Mana. We saw a lot of Evans. Evan, I feel like so undervalued. I mean, there's some Evans out there. They know how good they are. They won't tell anyone because they don't want to get nerfed. But Evan, if played well, pretty broken. Extra voice lines. Oh my god. I heard extra voice line on the Arc as well. Okay, you can say the first line, but not that second one. That's not cool. Need to stay quiet. Quite quiet. Luminous, more voice lines. Mercedes, more voice lines. Phantom, more voice lines. Shade, more voice lines. And also some True Spirit Claw icon and skill effect update. Blaster voice lines. Battle Mage voice lines. So if you're playing your character and you actually have voice lines on, you're just going to hear your character say weird shit every now and then. Wait, did I thank Exalius? Exalius gave me a thank you for the sub, dude. And RT, thank you for the follow if I didn't thank you yet. No, I did thank you. You get a double thank you. Condemnation fixed issue where the Mojo 20 effect did not apply properly to the Battle Mage's Master of Death. Good. Wild Hunter. So it gets, oh, Xenon actually gets a bunch of changes. But who plays that class? Activate at a constant rate. Minimum attack cycle will be kept as the attack cycle. Efficient count is decreased from 4 to 2. Voices added. Modal shift for battle analysis made more clear. Omega Blaster. The character's movement appeared unnatural to other players. Okay, that's just graphic stuff. The time it takes to attack for key down has been decreased by about 26% on Full Metal Barrage. That's good, nice. And then fixture sometimes invincibility time was not applied at the end of the Full Metal Barrage skill is fixed. That's good. Extra voice lines. Okay, okay. Extra voice lines for Demon Slayer. Probability of the skill voice being played has been changed. I hope it's been increased because, you know, everybody loves a yelling Demon Slayer, right? It's my favorite. Oh yeah, I need to pick a different character for this. Demon Avenger, extra skill voices. I heard some of those. Those were interesting. They seemed okay, but it's just weird to hear new voices when you're not used to it. But yeah, it's basically on all the 5th job. Fixation where sometimes HP recovery through life sap was not activated when Demonic Frenzy was applied. So this Frenzy got fixed. The other one also got fixed. Kaiser Draco Surge effect was updated, icon updated, and Nova Guardian's Bladefall Dragonflare extra voices. Kane, Thanatos Ascent casting action could be cancelled with Nova Temperance. So they already mentioned that's not possible anymore. Cadena, same thing, that other animation cancel not possible. Plus extra voices. Wow. Shockbuster Trinity Fusion. Wait, the duration of the buff that increases the damage and ignore defense of Trinity and Trinity Fusion has been increased from 7 to 30 seconds. Okie dokie. So you don't have to reapply it every single second. Feels good. Sparkle Burst Explosion activates 3 times. Fix an issue where the invisibility didn't apply immediately after the explosion. So a few Sparkle Burst fixes. And then Spotlight you can toggle. 0. Okay, this is some more intricate shit. I don't know exactly how 0 works, but it seems like a bunch of the skills were sometimes not activating when you did the combo, so they fixed that a lot. So if you're doing the same thing you were doing before, you might actually see your damage go up a bit. Voice lines have been added for several skills. Yes, more voice lines for Zero, whoever asked in chat. And the border not appear on 5th job, and the effect, yeah. Kinesis voice lines, Adele voice line on Storm. Ilium, loosened brands no longer reset on death. Rejoice! Okay, Crystal Gate is removed so a new one can be installed if the duration is longer than the cooldown. Voice lines. Gotcha, gotcha. Arc voice lines, I heard those. They seem like they were just recorded by a completely different person. It's a little weird. Transfer amplifier, fix the issue where the effect applied to yourself did not end when it ended together with certain buffs. Okay. The gauge decreased abnormally when continuous effects ended on Abyssal. Screen effects, yeah, whatever. Lara, Dragonbane Traces fixed the issue where then Lara uses another skill short after using Dragonbane Traces. The skill's casting action was cancelled. Yikers. Okay. Ho Young. The game client disconnected when the gourd was used? Wait, were you guys disconnecting on gourd? That seems like a bad time. How long was that in there? Doesn't sound good at all. Never happened to me. I didn't hear anyone talk about it, but I guess it happened to some people. Station of Wrath. Okay. Background. Sometimes the buff disappeared. Okay, that's good to fix. Hayato, some fixes. I guess this is all new. Fixture by Hikaru Strike node enhancement effect was not applied to Hikaru Strike angle. Skill description has been updated to be accurate on Raisen Renzan. The skill's damage has been slightly increased to deal 330% damage up to 8 enemies 4 times per hit from first hit to third hit. Baju's Zanku Rush Attack has been updated to activate 11 times, deal 60% damage 15 times on level 30. Batojutsu Ultimate Will, God of Blades, has been updated to activate 6 times, deal 2000 damage 15 times. So that's 90, that's 180,000 damage, seems good. Instant Slice Chase Cut has been updated to activate 3 times to deal 1100 damage 10 times. They'd also chase it so it doesn't, like, freeze everyone who's on the screen's game for, like, a whole second and turn everything black and white, or is that too much to ask? Would you bet on an on-time patch slightly late or very late? My money is on like 3 to 4 hours late. That would be my guess. With most likely, with like the over-under being on over. With most likely it being slightly more than that rather than less. That would be my guess. But Shinzoku's now a burst skill instead of a hurricane. A burst-ish skill, okay. And then Shinzoku's skill has been changed from a keydown skill without cooldown to active skill with cooldown. Oh yeah, okay. Wait, that's a pretty big difference though. Don't they sometimes use Shinzoku just like... This is very much just going to be like Vanquisher Charm then, right? What's like a short burst where you use it and then continuous damage and then you can't use it for a while again? Damage 1010% on up to 3 enemies, 10 attacks, cooldown of 15 seconds. Oh, wait, no, that's shorter cooldown. Can only be used from quick draw stance. Hayato's 4th job and hyper skill SB has been reset. Okay. Okay, let's see how the Hayato's like that. Oh yeah, I guess if you animation canceled anything with Shinsoku, since it has cooldown, you can't do that anymore, right? I'm not boycotting anymore because cap is 30k now, right? Don't look at whatever Maple C is doing and see that as progress for GMS. First of all, the item, the cap was visible, but the item to increase and everything, the cap and all of that, that was never announced in GMS, never official in GMS. That's all like, we're all doing like preemptive basically blocking on that to make sure that we don't get that. But that was never announced for us. So those fixes that you see for that, those are all also MapleC exclusive. Got it, boycott resumes. Yeah, if nothing changes for us, like if the memo isn't good and nothing changes in the upcoming like 2 weeks until the game actually releases 6th job, then the boycott is definitely on, yeah. Kana mana overload issues or mana overload. Wow, a lot of Kana changes. It applies to 2 extra skills now. Gotcha. And fixed a few things. Cool. Ability improvements. Yeah, so that's inner ability. I talked about that. So defense increase gone. Jump increase gone. Speed increase gone. Defense percentage increase gone. You still have shitty lines like, you know, percentage of your defense added as final damage or something. You know, there's still some crazy stupid lines in there. Real Slime Ball, thank you for the follow. Dude, you're going to love it here. We're resetting the abilities as legendary rank. So only when it's in legendary rank. Oh, might as well update my laptop right now. Got it. The rank probability will be updated to follow the 2nd and 3rd ability lines. Rare rank will no longer appear. Rare rank is just like if you're at legendary, right? Rare is just gone. There's no more blues ever. It's only purples, yellows, and then the top one green. The chance for epic rank line to appear will increase, and the chance for unique is also increased. So the details for that should be here. Inner ability. So the epic rank chance increased from 40 to 85%, and from unique to 10 to 15%. So that's a 50% increase compared to now, right? So the average cost of rolling like really good inner abilities is going to go down quite a bit, quite dramatically. So if you held on to your honor XP, which hopefully you did, you'll be able to get some juicy gains and make some solid late game / end game inner abilities. Okay. Back here. The ability lines and rank that were obtained before but no longer appear after 246 will be kept. So if you had a rare line, you're going to keep that. You know, that stuff is just going to stay in there. You'll have to reroll. We use a Chaos Circulator or Black Circulator items on abilities and lines and ranks that no longer appear. Only the detailed stats will be reset while the ability line and rank will be kept the same. So you'll just reroll within rare. So yeah. Get up to epic and unique lines that you need first, and then use black and chaos circulators. The ability rank that unlocks upon reaching level 50 has been changed from rare to epic. Yeah, you immediately unlock epic one. I noticed that as well. All stats that are given when resetting the abilities will also change to the updated rank. So you get all stat 1, 3, and 5, and you'll end up with 15, 5, and 5. You know, the top line will actually be the highest line now. What is the top vote here? Late by more than 4 hours. Late by less than 2 hours. Okay, late by less than 4 hours. On time 100%. Game up early. Yo, we've got some copers in the chat. Got some copium for the hopium. I think if this update is up early, we're gonna have some issues on the update. That's gonna be my guess. That's me. I've got Shangri-La symbols to earn. Yeah, that prequest is gonna take a hot minute. But yeah, no, I mean, I hope it comes up early and functions. You know, that's always my hope, but that's not gonna be my guess. Characters that have rare ranks from before this update will rank up to epic rank when the abilities are reset. Sure thing. The following honor EXP extracting item has been added to the Legion coin shop. Legion's honor EXP. Wait, to the Legion coin shop? Wait, I don't remember this. Legion's honor EXP guarantee 100 Legion coins, 3 per week per world. Item deducts 5,000 honor EXP and gives a permanent medal of honor that can be exchanged. Okay, so that's like the same item that's in the dojo shop now. I don't remember that item. Did I miss that here? Oh yeah, it is here. Yeah. Okay, so it's another. Hopefully they'll change it to an L. Who thinks this is still gonna have a U on it in the server when it goes live? And who thinks that they're actually gonna have changed this to an L for Legion? Or an L for Nexon. Still U, 100% will still have a U for sure. Do you have an updated GMS reboot class classification? I made some more general classifications on like what the characters do and what roles they have. If you check exclamation mark classes, basically updated the up to the early game, and but I did very broad strokes. So you could do like which type of like class type, main stat, which race is it. So this goes into like this is your cash up and all that stuff, and then the burst rotation. So is it more like a 3-minute burst character? Is more a 2-minute burst character? Is more a DPM character? That kind of stuff. Does it have a small burst and a large burst? You know, that kind of stuff. And then for simple tags for early game, I included, so that's whether a character is either a damage dealer, a support, or more of a hybrid of the two. So you can use that if you're looking at boss mule or a main, something like that. High key inputs needed. That's basically like, can you just play it when you're pretty much looking at something else, when you're playing anime, or does it really require your attention? And then for mobbing, is it average or a little bit below, or is it like quite above average when it comes to mobbing? A lot of times these are connected also to needing high key input, but not always. And then does it require a lot of funding? This is more something to look at if you're going to be more of a casual player or you don't know how long you're going to play. You want to decently pick one that just needs low funding if you're only going to be playing for a short amount of time and you're just looking for, you know, a character that might be more fun if you're playing more early game. Typically the one that needs average or above will start scaling very well towards the late game and the end game, but it might take longer to get there. The reason that I haven't updated all of these yet is because I was still kind of tentatively changing what the mid game, late game, and end game actually really mean. And because of that, and because 6 job isn't even out yet, and I don't know yet how quickly we'll be able to max out 6 job, it might change how I need to rank these characters a bit. So this is all, yeah, this part is still all under construction. That's why it's grayed out. But the stuff that's like, well, this has got the gray boxes, but this, the class view and the simple view text, those are up to date. Yeah. So I see. I guess I can remove this, and then I'll just do this, and just hide these columns from now. And then we can use it like this. That's probably a good solution of the two. That should make it more clear. Thanks for asking. I can clarify that a little bit more. Alone in Abyss, and it's just HD. Welcome. Thank you for the follows. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I might not go super in-depth in it now because we're doing like the full patch down review, but patch rundown, patch review. But there are other people in chat as well, mods and other people who can help you out, answer any questions you might have. And I have a ton of commands. So if you use exclamation mark and then any topic that you're looking for information on, it'll most likely pop something up. Some of that stuff will need to be updated, of course, because of 6 job coming out. So if you see anything that looks weird or anything you're like, is this going to be updated? Double check. But I'm planning to take some time as well to do that because I'm expecting the game to be up pretty late. And yeah, I think we'll have time for that. I think the mods are very helpful. Is that your application to become one, or act like I'm not the only mod here right now? Where are the mods? Can I get a refund for misinformation? Sure, all of the money you spent, you'll get back. Few matrix improvements, so matrix points can now be obtained upon reaching level 260. Matrix points can now be obtained upon reaching level 260. That's no. The amount of matrix points obtained has been updated to the following: 200 to 220, 1 matrix points per level up, and then 221 to 260, 2 matrix points per level up. So like all matrix points will be obtained upon reaching level 260. Like at level 260, you'll have your full matrix like completely maxed out essentially. So this is a bit of a typo. I'll make sure to message Ghibli just to clarify that a little bit. Should read something like Okay, so that's, yeah, just a little bit confused. But if you read this part is accurate, right? That's different from KMS. No, it's the same. Same. They did it as well. So it's still going to feel the same as now, up to 220. But if you have bossing mules, if you have existing characters over level 220, you're going to be suddenly having a lot of matrix points, and your screen is also going to get a bit bigger, because it's going to have all of the matrix like this. There's no second page; they're all going to be on one page. And if you're up to 260, you're going to have everything unlocked. So everything that now takes you to level 300. That's only going to take you up to level 260 instead. So this is why I was talking a lot previously. To put it into context, if you are used to using a bunch of nodes on your character to fund it, perhaps on a bossing mule, whatever amount that you're used to using, use fewer, right? You're going to use way fewer nodes because you'll have way more slots available at the same levels, which means, and you're going to have way more slots to level up, right? Which means you can just take shitty 2 out of 3 nodes, even with main skills that you don't even need, and probably equip like 5, 6, 7, or even 8 boost nodes in leveled up slots, and get your skills between level 40 and 60 very, very cheaply, because all of the individual nodes will only have to go up to like level 6, 7, or maybe level 8 at the highest, instead of building out 2 or 4 boost nodes, because you need to condense the boost nodes, because you need all the room for the skill nodes, right? So you're going to get a lot more damage for free, and the individual value of your node stones, especially on bossing mules, is going to go way up compared to before. So even though the amount of nodes that you can get isn't really going to go up, the individual value of nodes is going to go up. So they should lower the expected cost. And remember also, more damage to bosses that are higher level than you, etc., right? More final damage at fewer levels above, etc. So you should need quite a bit fewer nodes to fund bossing mules. Keep that in mind. Also, more slots probably means maybe more skill nodes, but mostly more boost nodes. But if it means more skill nodes, also more keys to remember to press. So make sure you double check all your boost nodes, yeah. 4K, I didn't see in the test server either, Kukan. So that might be later, yeah, if it's not in there. But we haven't gotten through everything. We're like a third of the way down, so we're doing my best to get through all of it and providing additional context. Yeah, so maximum node slots at 260 instead of 300. Number of open node slots upon 5th job was increased from 5 to 7. So even... God, I remember when we got to 5th job, we had 3 slots available. We had 1 5th job skill and 2 slots, and that was it. Now you get 7 slots, and you get 4 5th job skills. It's such a... God, power creep is such a drug. Additional node slot will now open for reaching each of the level milestones: 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, and 260. Okay. So for every 10 levels, you just get an extra one. Please note that the record of additional node slots that have been opened using mesos prior to the update will be reset at November 15th after maintenance. Ooh, okay. But in general, you should always gain, but maybe you gain very few. Let's stress out. Let's do that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay. The cost to unlock a node slot has been updated. I think reduced. I guess, or updated towards how many levels away from it you are, because you're going to be different amount of levels away from the next update slot, I guess. And then the V-metric US size changed up to 25, like I said. Better Maple, so like we already said, there's going to be a store where you can buy stacks of, or a coupon for a stack of 10, 20, 50, 100, or 200 cubes. They're going to be the same price as they are in the cash shop, and they're going to be, it's going to be 3-month duration. I believe the coupon has a duration, and then once you click the coupon, the cubes themselves have 3-month duration. You can purchase the glowing heart bright cube from the following: the special shop that's in the quick move menu, but also from your Android shop. So if you have money on you, you can buy them from anywhere. So if you're going to your special map to cube, you don't have to go into a cash shop and then buy the cubes and then exit and then maybe get teleported somewhere and then teleport back. Yeah. Regular release cap on Sol Erda is acceptable. The increased cap. We talked about it before. I already uploaded the video, but basically the increased cap in Maple C, it seems like you need more than 24 hours to reach that cap, which to me initially sounded a little bit weird, but somebody pointed out that it might be easier to just increase the cap when the code is already about to go live, rather than scrub the whole cap altogether from the code, because that could make other problems in the code appear. Adjustable window size for any aspect ratio, or is it still just 16 and 9? For what I saw, basically, is that if you're playing windowed mode, you can grab the corner of the screen, and every time you increase it, it goes to the next resolution. And every time you decrease it, it goes to the previous resolution, is what I saw. I couldn't really play around with it too much, though, because as soon as I went to 1080p, it automatically, on my main monitor, it automatically full screens. And at that point, like a lot of the functionality and stuff and how big everything is, like I don't really have a reference frame anymore. So I can't partially have it on my monitor in 1080p. It just doesn't work for me for my monitor for some reason. Guess no support or whatever. As mentioned, our important changes to expired item pickup. Loot ownership of items and mesos will be changed to no longer expire and will only be lootable by the player who defeated the monster. When dropping items or mesos while in a party, the loot ownership will be granted only to party members on the same map. And I assume that has something to do with the bossing and with the changes in if you don't meet the 5% damage right for the boss, that you don't get any loot so that you can't get carried. Because otherwise you can get carried by someone. And then the share drops that they get would become visible to you before the end if they don't loot it, and then you can still get the drops that way right from bosses. So I'm sure that this way they're trying to X that out. Is our hard class to play the whole vein system? For mobbing, no. For bossing, it's a bit... It can be a bit tedious to learn. What I heard mostly, though, for Lara is that you don't have a true iframe. That's a bit annoying. And then the veins can actually block your visibility in certain situations. So you might actually have to turn them off, toggle them back on, or, you know, get really good at discerning silhouettes of bosses and of things. But once you get used to that, it's still very straightforward of a boss. Will Zero Beast Tamer be available? Not in this update. Hopefully in 4 weeks in the part 2, we should see Zero Beast Tamer be available. That's what I'm hoping for. The default character slots have been expanded from 8 to 12 in all worlds, excluding Burning World. Inventory default slots have been expanded from 24 to 48 in non-reboot. If you already have... Worlds have expanded by 24 slots up to a max of 128. Wait, inventory slots for existing characters and above worlds have been expanded from 24 to 128. Default storage room are up. And if you already went up to 48, you go all the way up to 152. The delays players experience when receiving items, returning items, re-registering, or canceling sales in the auction house has been reduced. Thank you. Auction house's armor detailed search has been improved to search by adding level conditions of special skill rings. Okay. Because we are expecting those raw force to go up in value quite a bit. The settings changed and the options are saved when the character logs in. Oh yeah. Profession UI is improved so that the Meister's effect display setting value is now maintained. Right, so if you lose Meister and then get it back, you don't always get the effect back. You just... It stays off if you wanted it off. Daily event and event quest hotkey. I don't know if people are going to use that. People are going to use the combination hotkey most likely, but we'll see where... Jellic Buster's appearance upon logging out will be maintained when logging back in. Volume control. Yeah, so if you're on world selection, even if you have the audio off, you will hear music on the world selection. And on the bottom right here, there'll be like a little volume button with a slider above it, and you can turn it louder or more quiet if you want to. But that'll be exclusively for the login screen. Weapons and equipment transmission. Transfer guitar will no longer be shipped to the cash shop. Limited monthly quantity. The reset time for items with a limited monthly quantity has been changed from 12 AM UTC to 6 AM UTC on the first day of every month. The reset time for items with a limited monthly quantity. Think with me here, guys. What are they talking about here? Items with a limited monthly quantity. What is monthly? That's just cash shop items in the reward shop, right? Or not cash shop items, but reward shop items, right? Legion? But Legion is weekly. I meant to say goated, but Siri wants to say goatee. Oh. Hey Siri, call mom. Do you guys think the burning event will still work on the new Hyperion reboot? Yes. Reason why I can buy my water Petal of Life from a reward shop. I guess so. So they'll be reset until 6 a.m. UTC on the first day of every month. Instead of midnight. So that's slightly delayed, I guess. Characters do not need the purchase level. Maple points. That can be traded per 100 million mesos. The meso market has been increased from 20,000 maple points to max 50,000 maple points. I'm sorry, but in Reboot, isn't it like 300 right now? Did we really need a cap increase? Okay. The options settings have been improved so that the sound tab's master volume will now be the volume of the cutscene video. Okay. Because, you know, not to like blow your eardrums out whenever there's a cutscene video coming out. Fixing where Hoyon Kaiser's tail seemed unnatural. True. Fixing issue where the character is also known as a sit key and there is a 40-slot chair bag at the very front of the inventory. The party is now disbanded when players exit after the battle with the Infernal Wolf. Gotcha. Quest and item improvements. I'm not going to read through these. If there's any quest or any item that you have any specific questions for, read these. But this is typically a lot of reading with very little actual gameplay effect. Except for this one, right? This one is highlighted. Small wealth acquisition potion added. I checked this in the test server as well. But basically, when you use a regular wealth acquisition potion recipe, if you have one, you hover over it, it'll show 2 potions on the right that you can create with it. The big one and a small one. So the small ones will just do exactly the same thing as the big ones, but they'll last for 30 minutes. Back when the experience ones came out, the small and the big ones were stackable for a bit. So, you know, use that information as you will. Adventure Journey Fit is not going to be ear blasting for once. Did they fix the Will Remnant drop bug? There's a Will Remnant drop bug? Remnant? I don't know. I can't find that. There's a Will book drop bug. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people actually are not getting their books dropped, which is actual travesty. Then we have some boss changes, monster improvement. It calls boss changes. Hardhilla. Recovery rate reduced when she hits a player. If she takes HP from monsters, also life rate interval has been increased by 100%. Summon skill cooldown reduction effect has been removed. Summon skill cooldown has been increased. During the vampiric pattern, number of monsters Hilla can summon has been reduced by 50%. So Hardhilla, a lot easier. Papalatus, the time traveling patterns dimensional crack effect has been adjusted. I don't know what that means. Hopefully more space in between them. I don't remember that exactly. Papalatus. I don't know if Papalatus is mentioned here. How about here? No, not mentioned here in these. I don't know what that means exactly. It's been improved so that up to 3 100% fragments drop during the time traveling pattern in Papalatus. As someone who's gotten 5 before, thank you. Although remember, if you get close to that time traveling pattern, just bind and then burst from there so that they can't do it, right? It's in the Carson update for KMS. Oh, it's way later. Oh, okay, so they are clustering some later stuff together. Interesting. Sickness. The use item cooldown has been reduced to 6 seconds. For the people who do normal sickness now, probably noticed that it still has the 18-year-old, or however long ago it is, cooldown of 30 seconds, which is an absolute eternity for a boss fight of the length of normal sickness. So instead, only a 6-second cooldown on using potions and stuff. The use item cooldown guide message has been updated to be more accurate. Thank you. Initial BC, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Scottish Garrison Extra Bad Rule emotes. And thank you for supporting the channel. And everyone else, you just got primed on. They made it rain. Duck. Lotus. The chance of the laser pattern spin speed increasing a Lotus Phase 1 boss battle has been reduced. The guide message displaying when entering Lotus Phase 1 battle has been updated. The laser pattern's max spin speed in Hard Lotus P1 has been reduced for hard. And the guide message has been added for when the electric wire pattern starts in Lotus P2 and 3 boss battles. Gotcha. That looked weird because of the thing. Franny's Feet, nice. And B-Ben, welcome. Thank you for the false. Damien, the meteor drop cooldown in Damien Phase 1 and 2 boss battles has been increased. Okay, so that's the Cheetos probably, right? Cheetos and then the Flaming Hot Cheetos in P2. So he won't be able to spam that as much. Cool. Will, more like wall of text. So basically, like I was talking about before, right? Separate time for the test, not on the time anymore, but just purely looking at the HP. And then when you fail, 50% back. All monsters and patterns not related to the Moonlight Barrier creation pattern are no longer created when entering Will Phase 1 boss battle Moonlight Barrier passion creation, right? No more extra legs that are still going. No more extra purple balls that are flying around. No more little pink balls that are taking away your Moonlight, right? All of those just gone. Or they should be, you know, don't count on it 100%. But count on it for a large percentage, okay? Books will now drop from every kill. What? No, I just made that, sorry. I'm sorry. Apologize. Function recovers Moonlight when Will in each room takes a set amount of damage during Will Phase 1 boss battle has been added. Recovers Moonlight when Will in each room takes a set amount of damage during Will Phase 1 boss battle has been added. Oh, good. Have to wait for a set time. Okay, I'm looking for the increase in Moonlight. Yes, so in Will hard boss battle, okay, these two are going to be the... No, these two are going to be the biggest ones. Moonlight recovery for each set unit of time has been increased by 33%. And in Will hard boss battle, Moonlight recovery time after being hit has been decreased by 20%. So, right now, if you get hit by something, like every 2 seconds or something, you just gain 0 Moonlight. Because you never get to the point where you can recover Moonlight. Once you don't get hit, you get a decent amount of Moonlight. So after this change, the time in between hits that's required for you to start generating Moonlight again has been decreased by 20%. So that's really big. You start recovering much faster, so you don't need to dodge as much to get a little bit of Moonlight at least. And then your recovery is also increased by 33%. So if you could do normal Will now, and you're like thinking, can I do hard, can I not do hard? With these changes, definitely be able to move up to hard with your party. And of course, when 6 Drop comes out, again, provided all the stuff goes the way we want it to, then a lot of people are going to be just moving into soloing hard Will and getting their books, right? It's going to take you more time, but books are so rare, and you want backups for your arcanes, so working towards solo hard Will. Take that into account. If you are hyperburning your character for just the 6 Drop bossing mule, look at Hard Lotus, Hard Damien, and Hard Lucid and Hard Will as bosses that you probably will be doing on a weekly basis with that character. Maybe not entirely immediately, right? But eventually on a character, you probably will be able to do those things. All of that added up, we looked at the money before, I forgot, but I think it was like 3.2 to 3.4 bill a week from that. If you do that and all the crystals below it, there's a huge extra income for yourself on a weekly basis. Again, you might not immediately get to those harder bosses, but you can definitely get to easy very quickly. And then as easy gets super easy, move up to normal. And as you have the time and you get upgrades, move up from normal to hard with those characters. Lucid, the section where the damage couldn't be dealt when she has 10% or less HP, has been removed, but then she get a little bit more HP to compensate for it. Already mentioned that before. Here are the Guardian Angel Slime changes. So the damage reduction effect... So he just has a standard damage reduction on him all the time. He basically has a shield. So instead of being 30%, it's 15%. That seems like, okay, we just do 15% more damage. No. Instead of doing 70% of your damage, you do 85% of your damage. So you do 15% more damage, not based on 100, but based on 70. And 15% based on 70 is 4 2/3. Whatever. It's probably closer to 20%, right? Not quite. That would be 75, 15. So it's like 18 point something percent, right? So it's technically more, right? It's good. It's good stuff. And then max HP on the slime boss has been reduced by about 22%, right? So boss fight is going to be shorter, and you're going to be doing more damage. And again, level difference, damage bonus, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? So get into slimes. Why complicated? Me do bigger number, change good. Yeah, because that is not this stream. This is a different stream. Varicella required arcane power for the Altar of Desire in Varicella. Normal boss battle decreased from 900 to 820 on the normal, so you can start fighting that more quickly. Plus, remember, level difference as well. Chosen Saren monster level has been decreased from 275 to 270 because of the drop of the level of the area as well. Max HP for normal Saren has been decreased by about 14%. Kalos projectile hit range has been increased by about 143%. And then the hit range for the Eye of Penitence and Eye of Abyss core, for all those missers like myself, has been increased by about 748%. So, instead of hitting this, you're just like... In other words, if you're still missing, it's just a skill diff. I'll show you what missing is like, right? I'll show you. It has been improved so that the aiming guideline is now displayed when using Kalos' determination. So it'll be, instead of just a little aimer, it's going to be like a line that you can follow. Very much like if you have like the guided line on the Asphera Guardian weekly, if you guys remember that, if you use the spacebar. The function where an explosion at the character's location was guaranteed when casting the explosion pattern during Kalos 1 and 2 boss battle has been removed. Basically, you'll just have a bigger, better indicator, and they won't be stacked as much anymore. Red dot scope, let's fucking go, exactly. The height of Kalos boss, phase 1 boss battle's castle wall platform has been adjusted, so it's easier to hit him from that platform up there. What have you missed? About this much right here in the top right, so like... And we also looked at the Sunny Sundays and everything already, so about half of the good part. Normal calling, fixed instrument sometimes Tao Wu cancels the pattern's animation of the subsequent attack after using a charging pattern, okay. And improve the issue where sometimes calling was summoned prematurely in the phase 2 boss battle. That can really set things up. And the UI has been updated to flicker when the balance of the season falls to 250 or below instead of below 250. Okay, so a little bit earlier you get an announcement like Pokemon HP is low. Dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. Other monster improvements. Hitbox increase. You already talked about that, but there's a bunch of other monsters that they gave bigger... Although, I think most of the same monsters are in here. Okay. Sheriff. Do not have confusion in their name. It's unnatural. Some monsters wouldn't get hit by installation skills. Elite champions appeared unnatural. Sure. Map and UI improvements. New hunting maps have been added to Odium. Road to the Castle's Gate 5 and Laboratory behind Locked Door 4. So 2 new maps in Odium. Again, not for the people who are in Odium now, because those people are going to fuck off right to Shangri-La. But all the people who are in Hotel Arcus right now and want to move into Odium. 2 extra maps, 2 extra instance maps. So that means 1, 2 times 2, 4 times 40. 160 extra players that can be grinding in Odium. Pretty good. Monster Park Morass Stage 6 has been updated so that the Vanishing Urda will now spawn instead of a Thralled Archer. Thank you. I don't like the Thralled bosses. Monster, sorry. Items can no longer be dropped in the following maps: Pet Walkway and the Deep Green Pet Walkway. Areas. Skills other than skills can be used in Sorcerer's Room. Myself and bottom arrows appeared unnatural. Okay, this is all not as important. Normal monster HP gauge was displayed. The monsters are limits of suffering 6 and limit 6. Fixing issue where level 265, 269 characters could not move to the Railroad Way Station map using the portal surname. Okay. Quests. This is more small stuff as well that doesn't seem super important. See your Kinesis job. Labels have been corrected on the character creation screen. Oh, here it is. Combo keys can be set and used in the hotkey settings UI. So if you guys haven't seen this, basically if you open up the key configuration, on the bottom left, there's going to be a little pop-out to the left for hotkeys. And that's going to open like a vertical window to the left where you can reapply combo key hotkeys to the numbers 1 through 0, so 10 extra skills. And all you'll need to do is designate one key on your keyboard to a combo key. Whichever one is easy to get to, but you don't use all the time, or one that you want to use all the time. Whatever works for you, right? I'm guessing probably something on like the left side of people's keyboard is mostly what they'll use. Either Control-Shift or like tilde on the top left. But basically when you hold that key down and then combine it with 1 through 0, it'll just apply that key. So you get an extra 10 keys that you can use. Basically to solve the problem of the extra skills that are coming in 6th job and all of the extra buffs that we're using these days to train or to boss. So that's going to be very useful in terms of cleaning. Open test client and show it. Yeah, test client is closed, so sadly I cannot do that. And the key itself will also be in the key configuration as a big red key, so it'll be very visible which one you're looking at. So yeah, find a good spot for it. If you don't need extra keys, don't use it. But with 6-job, you're probably, you know, for all the buffs and everything. Create your own test client and show it. Oh, I'm right. I'm on that. I'm on it. Fix your short equipment. UI shortcut and quick slot also displayed an ending effect. Weapon points. I might be skipping over like 1 or 2 things here that are not unimportant, but there's just so much here, and this patch note is already so super long. Following maps, monster placement and terrain have been improved. Outskirts, combat zone, bottom deck passage, top deck passage. Wait, is it? What area is that? Outskirts, combat zone, and bottom deck passage. Where do you have outskirts and decks? Is this on Arteria? But that hasn't even been announced yet, right? You know what No, it wouldn't be like Mushroom Kingdom, right? Herb Town? Where do you have outskirts? Bottom deck, top deck. Wait, let me just Google it. Outskirts Combat Zone 1. MapleStory. Nautilus? The only thing that pops up is New Age patch notes. Yeah, I don't know. Nautilus? Well, we'll see. Forgot to take it out? Maybe. Guess I'll send it to Ghibli as well. Black Heaven? I thought so, maybe, but I don't think these are the names of those maps. Buck versus Mihail? Buck if you want like an extremely mobile character, probably the most mobile character in the entire game. Mihail if you want the least mobile character in the game. But Mihail can basically immune close to all of the attacks that will be thrown at you, or just either ignore them or immune them, so it doesn't need to move that much. Buck can also immune some stuff, but its immunity is mostly in its burst skill, so you can't really use pure immunity that much throughout the boss fight, but you will get a defensive shield every now and then while you're attacking. So the main difference is like crazy survivability on Mihail, super low mobility, crazy mobility on the Mihail, lower but still decent survivability, and Buck seems more. Buck is more like probably more all round and probably simpler to play. Mihail, the timing has to be really good for your shields, otherwise you're going to take a lot of damage. And yeah, Buck is just gonna. More people are gonna like Buck than Mihail. Mihail is a little bit more of an acquired taste. I love it, but it's more of an acquired taste. Resolution system improvements. Okay, for all the people with the giant ass monitors. Maybe Shy, probably? Shy, right? Okay. And COVID swag team. Nice. Thank you for the follows. What's up? Tempos Antigos. ¿Qué tal? Hope you're doing well. Mihail doesn't love Carter, though. It's not reciprocal. It feels bad, man. Pretty sure it is Arteria. Eastern outskirts, top floor. Yes, okay, so it's probably is Arteria. So I mean that does confirm that they're clustering updates already together. Like the fact that they are updating or implementing the area, and at the same time also already doing the improvements on it in the same update, right? So, the resolution officially supported to the MapleStory game client has been added. When setting the resolution using the in-game options, you can select the resolution that can be supported by the client execution environment. So you have 16 to 9 1080p, then 16 to 10, a little bit bigger, 16 to 9 2K, and 16 to 10, and then 16 to 9 what's supposed to be? That's not 4K yet. That's like 3 point... no, that's 4K something. And then 16 to 9, 3840 by 2160. That's 4K. Wait, what's the other one? Is it the other one like 3K? Those thousands of resolution, they're not like exactly the amount of pixels either. So it's all like we call this 1080p. We should just call this 1200p, 1440p, 1600p, 1500p, 2100p, right? 2160p. But this is double this. But they're double both, so it's quadruple. So if this is 1K, then this is 4K, right? Yeah. Note 800 600 resolution has been marked as a non-recommended resolution because remember, there was also in KMS now the UI completely revamped with way more information, way bigger screen. So they really don't want you to run that on an 800 by 600 screen because it's going to look horrible. That's a lot of P. It is. R. Kelly would be super happy. MapleStory is recommended to play at a resolution of 1366, 7668 or higher. That's what I run because that's the highest I can run without it going pushing P. That's the highest I can run without it going full screen on my monitor. Effects, maps, and other images and graphics may look unnatural in newly added resolutions. We thank you for your understanding. As what? Because we didn't have a solution for that, apparently. We kindly ask players to report any graphical issues you experience with the new resolutions, which is customary since you are our official test server for Korea. Resolution adjustments can now be done by dragging and dropping the game client window border with the mouse. So I said that before. Yeah, you could just take the corner of the window, just drag it. If you drag it out, it'll just give you bigger resolution. If you push it in, push and P, then you will just get the one resolution above it, essentially. The resolution cannot be changed in content or cutscenes where the resolution is fixed. Wow. Can change the resolution where it's fixed. Noted. Full screen mode has been removed. The function of the existing full screen mode switching hotkey Alt-Enter has been changed to the function of switching to the maximum resolution supported by current monitor and game client, which is most likely just going to full screen. When switching to the maximum resolution, unless you have like a giant-ass ultra-wide, you know, Megalodon screen. It was a word with an M that was like really big. Or massive screen. When switching to the maximum resolution, if the height of the monitor's resolution matches the height of the game client will be switched to a borderless window mode. In a borderless window mode, a drag bar is displayed when you hover the mouse over the top of the game client screen. Sorry. You can adjust the client's position by clicking and dragging the drag bar. UI optimization function has been added. This can be set in the options graphic tab, and if you enable this function at resolution 1920 1080 or higher, the size of the UI will be adjusted to an appropriate ratio optimized for the current resolution. If you disable this function, the UI will be displayed at the same ratio as the UI ratio at 1366 by 768 resolution. Upscaling filter function has been added to the Options Laboratory tab. The upscaling filter can be selected to make the game screen appear more clear or smooth. The filter only works at resolution 1920 by 1080 or higher with the UI optimization function enabled. Can't wait to try it on my 5120 by 1440 monitor. 5120 by 1440 monitor, isn't that just like 3 monitors smashed together? That's like one of those ultra-wide fuckers, right? Reboot 2 is not today. Hyperion should be available once the maintenance is done. Whether that's today or not, that's going to depend on how well it goes. We'll have to see. Oh, there go all the numbers. Well, we should all people tuning in. Goodbye to all people living. Content improvements and changes. Max damage limit increase from 150 bill per line to 700 billion per line. Good luck reaching that in reboot immediately. There might be like a few skills that get close, but most of you will not see that number for quite a while, as it should be, you know. But some classes and some people you'll see will actually be hitting those numbers, especially once TMS gets their 6th job, and well, things will just melt. Really big bosses that, you know, that you are able to kill, even when 6-drop comes out and all that stuff, they might just absolutely evaporate if you see really strong people with like decked out gear attack them. Because remember, like, you can gain a lot of damage from skills, but if every single line you do just does 4 times the amount of damage, then because you're overcapped so much already at this point, then you'll just kill things in a quarter of the time, or maybe even faster. Steel, yeah, people like steel will absolutely demolish things. A bunch of achievements were added. So just double click the refresh thing when you're in a town map. Monster Collection added a bunch of the existing monsters that are not in Monster Collection yet. So if you're trying to max out Monster Collection and you're close, get fucked. Now you need a whole bunch more. This is actually a lot more. According to the Instant Sacred Power Hunting Zones event, elite monsters, elite champions, and elite bosses do not spawn in Sacred Power maps during the event duration. During the event duration. So only until February 6th? Let's keep reading. This monster cannot be richer than Monster Collection when hunting on the Sacred Power maps. Thank you for your understanding. Following cube share rewards have been added. Oh my god, I already don't have a single cube share reward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new ones were added. All of these. Okay, they do all look pretty cute. Or that's a mad pink bean right there. This is like a Monday. This is like a Monday pink bean right there. The Tao Che looks really cool, yeah, with the horn, with the, like the broker thing. Black Slime is pretty cute. Yeti's a Wednesday for sure. Yeti? This is Snowman. This is not a Yeti. Isn't this supposed to be the transformed snowman? Is this supposed to be the Yeti? I thought Yeti never had... This Yeti doesn't have a nose, right? Yeah, snowman, yeah. The guy on the bottom right is pretty cute. This guy will eat you if you let him. That New Age burning event. Okay, we're finally starting on the events. Wow. Hyper burning. Copy link address. Boom. 15th until the 6th. All the way. Where is... Oh boy. This one. Let's see. Sacred? Oh, yeah. My bad. Hyper burning. If you've been living under a rock, once you make a new character, or you have an existing character that's at least level 200, you can select it in the character selection to be your hyper burning. 1 hyper burning per account. If you don't like it, eventually you can delete it and make a new one. You'll have to wait 24 hours to delete your current character. And if you get any event-specific rewards that are only once per account, you won't be able to get those again. So choose wisely. If you make a new character, don't worry about the levels. You'll go from level 10 to 11 normally, and you won't go from 10 to 13, because otherwise it won't match up to getting you all the way to 260 exactly with 3 levels at a time. So don't worry about that part. That's being taken care of. Boom, insert link, bam, boom, done. That's also the whole time. We're probably going to add more here, but we can have like similar color because it's just a whole similar duration. Anyway, so there's extra rewards compared to the previous hyper burning. So you'll start at level 11 and then 14, 17, 20, etc., all the way until you get to 260. You cannot cancel after setting a character as a hyper burning character. You'll have to delete it, right? If you have 0, you have to complete up to chapter 2. Otherwise, 200 to 258. That's the highest. If 259, you can't use it. It would be a waste anyway. Don't do it. 258 is probably quite a waste as well. Don't do that. In general, I wouldn't advise to burn any character that's basically already well into their level 240s, because there's going to be a lot of EXP potions and extra daily EXP and all of that in the future, and you'll be very easily be able to get to your level 240 character to 250 and then eventually to 260. That's not going to take as long as you think. The main value for this is getting a new character that's not near 260 at all to 260 and getting access to 6-job. And that's going to be great value for you and just for your account as a whole. Now, please note the following. Growth revamp, we talked about that. 0 characters will not receive 2 additional levels each time it gains between 100 and 199. Because if you have a 0 character, it will start at 100, but you cannot create new 0 characters, so it would have to be an existing character, so it would have to be over 200 to have completed Chapter 2. So this implies that you will be able to create zeros during the Hyperburn, right? That is implied by this, so take that into account. A 0 character set as Hyperburning character cannot receive the event rewards until completing Chapter 2. Whatever. Already created characters, click the set as Hyperburning, and then newly created characters, click on Hyperburn on the UI. If you click cancel or no, the character without the burning effect will be created, and then you'll still have the ability to create another character with Hyperburn. If you create a Hyperburning character in Burning World, you cannot receive the Mega Burning Project rewards. Starting at level 11, so that first level will still go normal. 2 additional levels, so 3 at a time, up to 260. Character says Hyperburning will be limited from using the following items until level 260. Extreme Growth Potions, Regular Growth Potions, Typhoon, and Magnificent Growth Potions. Remember, if you have those special blue ones, those can be used on Hyperburn characters. And this guy, do not Scarder, you Ben. Okay, I've never spent a single dollar on this game in my life, so I don't know who you were talking to, but good luck. If you have the special blue level up potions, those can be used on a Hyperburn. So you can use those strategically if you got those from the journey to the 6th star, if you kept those and walking, right? Then, Hyperburning rewards. So these are very similar to what you got before. Exclamation mark Hyper rewards is already live. If you need to update this with any other screenshots, let me know, Richard. But basically, so if you set a character to burning, all the rewards, so there's rewards every 5 levels from 200, right? All of those rewards, that if you pass the level, you're not going to be able to get those on the character or on the account, if that's going to be your Hyperburn. But those rewards, the lower level the rewards, the less impactful they are anyway, right? But any level milestone you hit after you turn it into a Hyperburn, those you can still get. The only stuff you will always get is like the standard gear stuff, basically. Like the growth support rewards. These you will always get, so if you have like a naked character, you can get the stuff, right? And there's the Eternal Flame Tile, of course, extra EXP, Arcane Power, good stuff. D1 Bound 109. Hampus, did I thank you? Thank you, Hampus. Appreciate you. And D1 Bound, thank you for the follow. Level achievement rewards. So these are the ones that you can only get once per account. And you cannot get if your burning character is already past this level at the moment that you make them a burning character, okay? So it's level 5 symbol Vanishing Journey. Remember, that's not as crazy as it sounds. 50 nodes, that's pretty good though. So yeah, take that as you will. If you have a level 205 character, but it's not that built yet, you might want to start just a completely new character. It'll level up super fast anyway, and then you can get this stuff for free. If your character already has like around this and already has some nodes invested, then just continue it and don't worry about not having this reward. In Burning World, you get a little bit more. But again, remember, characters at the end of Burning World have to be moved away from Burning World to another server, and they cannot be moved to non-reboot world, to reboot worlds, sorry. At least historically. We'll double check if that's true again for this one, but Burning World is only going to be mentioned after this. But yeah, level 7 symbols and 100 instead. And then level 210, another level 5 symbol, and the Eternal Flame Ring coupon. It's a very nice ring. If you check exclamation mark rings, is basically the same stats as that last one. I actually don't know if I have a picture of the Eternal Flame Ring. I might have to add that. But it's the same stat as those other guys. 40 all stat for that 4,000 HP MP, 25 attack. And then Burning World, of course, same thing, but level 7 symbol. 215 is 50 nodes. Burning World gets 100. Level 220 is, again, level 5 symbol. 17-star Absolute Weapon and 15-star Dominator Pendant. You have to choose one of these from, not from a box, so the box is not going to be transferable, but you have to choose one of those in the UI. Generally, the Dominator is the poorer choice here, but it depends on how quickly you progress and whether there is a arcane weapon, which there is not, right? Just a bunch of symbols. Yeah. So if you think you're going to be progressing through the game very quickly, you already know the game, you know you're going to get to like a real Absolab weapon or even to an arcane weapon pretty fast, you can get the Dominator because it has a little bit of crit rate and decent stat on it. You can use some flames on it to get some free stats really quickly, and the set bonus with the other boss accessory pieces is very good. So that way you can get functional damage a little bit less at the very moment, but more towards the future with it, because Dominators are very rare. If you're not sure on like how the game works exactly and progression, all that stuff, then just pick the weapon, stick with the weapon. It'll be big damage up front. You want to get a good flame on that for your attack. Check ! progression to see what kind of flame score and what kind of flame you're looking for, or ! flames if you need a little bit more information on flames and how they work and how we calculate all of that. And then of course Burning World, you get the same, but level 7 symbol. 225, level 5 Arcana, and 50 Note Stones again. Very similar to the Vanishing Journey, right? And again, a little bit more for Burning World. Level 230, again, level 5 symbol, 50 nodes, but you also get the Hyper Burning outfit. And this is, I believe like NX clothes that you can wear over your existing stuff to get bonus stats, if I'm not wrong. Remember though that if you're doing it on Hyperion, you're also getting the Choo Choo set, so you're only going to wear one of the two. You can't wear multiple NX sets. You can't just keep covering them on top of each other. For the glory of Kaiser. You see those Kaiser changes, bro? It's looking insane. And then in the Burning World, you get level 7 and 20,000 Maple Point coupon. But that's at level 230, right? So, you know, if you want to go to Burning World and burn a character there to get 20,000 Maple Points, it's not worth your time. In like 99% of cases. But if you're really like desperate for 20,000 Maple Points, then you can do that, I guess. New player, you're gonna make a new character on the fresh realm. I'm torn between realm. What game is that coming from? Is that from WoW? Where did they use realms? I'm torn between Hyper Burning, Marksman, Ice, Lightning, Dawn Warrior, or Buck. Any suggestions? Those are all solid. What kind of gameplay do you usually love? Do you love complicated gameplay? Do you like easy gameplay? Do you like being more of a support, or do you being more of a solo player? And do you like a lot of movement, or do you like more simple, straightforward, stationary characters? Like during Brain Off and grinding mobs. Yeah, the Marksman probably falls off there. At least Dawn Warrior or Buck. Would also include maybe Nightwalker in there. It's also a solid pick. Ice Lightning is not that tricky either. You got good skills. You can chain lightning and all that stuff. And you've got some summons that you can place down that can cover a lot of the map. And then you just use chain lightning that just bounces to all the monsters that are left. That's pretty straightforward too. Buccaneer, once you're strong enough, you just use a super jump. You just jump all over the map. And then everything that even gets close to you just dies. Dawn Warrior, you just enable AoEs, you stagger them basically, and then you jump around the map and then everything dies around you too. BDO, oh gotcha. You like big AoEs. Big AoEs. Okay, the Marksman's out. Buck is kind of out. Yeah, probably be Dawn Warrior or Nightwalker, I think. Or if you like a lot, well, you like brain dead mobbing. A lot of AoEs, you could also go for a Hayato, but it's not as brain dead with the mobility and how that works. Yeah, I would look into Dawn Warrior and Nightwalker. If you're not sure which one to pick, try to just level both of them and just see which skills you like and which kind of vibe you like more, or check out videos. And then once you find the one that you like, then just make your burn, you know, and then commit to it, I would say. Fire Poison? Yeah, Fire Poison is big AoEs, but it's not that brain dead from what I understand. Like the timing and the positioning of where you use the skills. Hayato has good AoE? Yeah, Hayato has a lot of good AoEs. You need to get to level 200 first, though, get your 5th job. But it's got a lot of good big AoEs that, on a pretty short recharge time, that allow you to just destroy the entire map over and over. Yeah. But Dawn Warrior is actual, like, crayon eating, not paying any attention, just jumping around, everything dies. Maybe Wind Archer, but yeah. Yep, that's that. COVID Specting, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate the Prime and all over the chat. And who else? We got Mac1 and Boxer Engine, thank you for the follows, welcome. Ice Lightning AoE looks pretty too. Yeah, there's like a big Snow Witch you can put down. There's a large Chain Lightning, or like a Lightning Storm that you can just kind of blow through the entire map. And then there's your regular Chain Lightning that bounces around. So those are AoEs, but I guess, yeah, the Snow Witch is like a big AoE, and the Lightning as well, but those have decently long cooldowns. The other classes that we mentioned have like slower cooldowns, or you have more of them so that you can alternate and you always have one on, essentially. Ice Lightning is a little bit less forgiving because you eventually want attack speed innerability, which takes a little bit longer to build up, or you need buff duration on there, which is also a little bit trickier to get, and you scale much better with like buff duration and a bigger legion, so it's definitely more oriented to like late game and end game, I would say. Not that it's bad early, but you really only unlock your full potential once you build out your entire account more. Right, back to rewards. So they also get the outfit, 235. Again, level 5 symbols, surprise, surprise. 2 experience nodes, level 7 on Burning World. 100 arcane symbol selector coupons, 50 nodes, and 2 experience nodes on level 240. So nice and building out your matrix. And then at 245, 30 Solo Cubes, 100 arcane symbol selector coupons, and 2 experience nodes. Again, if you get these coupons, keep them as long as possible. Use them on the latest symbol you unlock, but you know, these you get at 240 and 245, so you've already unlocked all the symbols. So what I just said doesn't really apply here. 250, non-burning world. Oh yeah, arcane symbol selector coupons 100, 2 XP nodes, and the infinite flame coupon. This is a new thing. This is really big because it has 10% additional EXP, 10% boss damage, 50 arcane power, but also 50 sacred power. And as you saw before, the sacred power requirement of those new big maps in Grandis have gone down a lot. And with an extra 50 sacred power this early, you're going to have no time killing there quickly. So it's going to be very nice. What's the first things you're going to do in game once the game is back up? Try to daily cap, and then try to get my symbol dailies. Like Identisk, daily cap, symbol dailies. Or I don't think you need the item cap. I think you just log in and just click the tick. Like a daily check-in thing. Yeah, just try to get my arcane symbols for the day. And then unlock... try to unlock Shangri-La, my 2 characters, and see if I can get that symbol before the end of the day, but probably not. That's most likely going to be after a reset. Yeah, but this is massive for new players. Damn huge. Okay, then Burning World, you know, gets the 100 symbol selector coupons and 5 EXP nodes and the title. 255, so these are completely new, right? Because usually Terra Burn is only up to 250. So 255, arcane symbol selector coupon 100 and experience node times 2. Burning World gets the same thing, but 5 EXP nodes. And then level 260, hyper burning metal, which is not the worst metal in the world. Looks interesting in all caps like that. And 100 sacred symbol collectors at level 260. So again, use these as late as you can. You probably won't need as much arcane power early on, sacred power, sorry, early on because of the extra bonus from the title and all of that. So I would keep this coupon, especially if you're going to be hardcore power leveling, and try to use them if you can on the second symbol or even the third one if you get that far. All right, Burning World. That is for the same time. Copy link address. Boom. Thank you for the subscript. Oh, wait, I should maybe write it here. Burning World. Oh, it's still. There we go. Boom, boom. Insert link. Bam. Apply. Boom. Maybe I should fuse these together. And fuse these together. There we go. Burning World on the same timer. So again, this is if you're going to start a non-reboot. Matt, is it Chai? Matt Chai, probably, right? Thank you for the prime. Thank you for priming all over the chat. You guys are just covered in prime right now. With Burning World Step Up, I'll go through this pretty quickly because I focus on reboot stuff, and this is all non-reboot, right? At the end, basically, you get a bunch of bonuses for leveling in the Burning World as if you have a really big legion. Up to 5 characters that are at least level 150 will get to World Leap, but they'll get the World Leap into worlds that are not... World Leap... only be transferred to Aurora, Bera, Elysium, Luna, and Scania worlds, right? So if you're not playing in Reboot, there's very little to no value that you... sorry, if you're playing in Reboot, there's very little to no value you can get out of this specific event. This is just specifically for non-Reboot players so they can build their Legion faster, and for the returning players so they can build out their account quicker. Ungerui, thank you for the 6. Congrats on that gold badge. Beautiful upgrade. Thanks for the prime. How long do you guys think it'll take to get to 255 if only playing 2 to 3 hours a day? It's going to be faster than you can imagine if you take all the big EXP buffs. Symbol dailies, Monster Park runs, extra event bonus EXP. I can't tell you how many days it's going to be, but it's going to be damn fast. Even with just playing 2 to 3 hours a day, with 6 Job coming out in 2 weeks, you might actually get pretty close to that in 2 weeks. I don't know if you got the extra EXP boxes and stuff. Of course, those Magnificent Potions shouldn't work on the character, but they'll work on other characters to bring them up as well in your account. So it's going to be... In 2 weeks, you'll already see that you're going to be pretty far. You're not going to be quite there, but you're probably going to be in your... If I had to guess, you'll probably be there at least in your 230s or probably in your 240s already. Yeah, EXP minigames. And also remember, there's also EXP tickets for completing the dailies as well. There's a lot of free extra bonus EXP if you smack that all on the same thing. Me too, D2. For some reason, game was super early. Goodbye. Actually, that was so early, I don't know if that even counts. Mega Burning Project, you can create up to 3 Mega Burning characters, so you get up to 150, you get Burning as well. And then remember, put all your efforts into up to 5 characters, because only up to 5 characters can be removed. There's a bunch of restrictions as well, because it's a special world. There's a bunch of bonus rewards, I believe, per character that you create, but it's just like the gear, teleport rock, power elixir, right? Just to get you started, to make sure that your character doesn't run out. The Mega Burning characters get extra pet, some extra gear, and get a title. And then there's an overall step up, which I think this is... is this on every character? By any character with burning rate, regardless of having the burning effect or not. The event progress is shared with all your characters. Okay, so it's once per account. Yeah, once per world, sorry. So this is like doing specific content will just get you extra coupons, extra power elixirs, extra spell traces, which is used in the non-reboot worlds to upgrade your equipment with, right? In Reboot, we just sell them, we NPC them, but in non-reboot, they use them to upgrade their stuff. Mystical cubes, Frito tickets, safety charms. This is kind of similar to the Hyperion rewards, right, that you've seen. Trade boost potion. It's actually very similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar to them. The scroll, miracle circulators, potential scrolls, accessory, boss accessory block. It's almost the same now that I'm looking at it. Event ring, Karma Solid cubes, black flames, symbols, XP nodes, bright cubes. Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it's very, very similar. Any time counter. I think anyone can count down to reset -1. I believe in you. If you're playing on Hyperion, what would be your top 3 class picks for a first character and why? Depends on my purpose on the server. If I'm trying to have an easy run and a character that potentially makes it into an endgame that I think I'll also enjoy, I'll probably choose a Buck. Very high crit rate, especially on bossing, high IED built in, mobility, simple mobbing, simple endless mobbing that doesn't require much brain space. Demon Slayer is also up there. Can go, once you're strong enough, very simple mobbing as well. Good bossing damage output, lots of iframes, also high IED and high crit rate. That's the things I'm mainly looking for. Or maybe I'll pick a character that I haven't played as much. I might pick a Wind Archer, same thing, high crit rate, high IED. Has a decoy for bossing that's very simple and very straightforward mobbing. Lots of particle effects that fly around and can kill bigger maps quite easily. Those would probably be my top 3, but if I think about it longer, I might come up with some other stuff, but those would probably be up there. And then Burning World Leap will be February 7th to February 22nd. Copy a link. Let's see if we can add those here to the bottom. Unhide rows. Feb 14, Feb 22. That's not, wait, that's not 22. Oh, that's going to be until the maintenance, right? So it's going to be 19 and then Feb 22, Feb 26. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Ooh, I think a little smaller. Perfect. Perfect. So I'll put that here and then this one and then white text. Thanks for another follow. World. Oh, smush them together. World Leap until Feb 22nd, and then insert link. Boom, bam, gotcha. And then I'll still hide these two, but you'll kind of see if you need to. It'll be no, it won't be. Was the reason -2? Oh, -2. My bad. Yeah, see, this is why it's good to have big chat to check. Professor Mr. Chaos. Okay. And Arciodam. Thank you for following us. What's up? Scar has a cane bossing wheel. Yeah, I think he enjoys the bossing kit enough. Enough, yeah. I don't know about pushing it beyond, but when I was doing my bosses on it last time, I was like, damn, I actually was able to do the bosses in a pretty good amount of time. If I get a bit stronger on it, I could actually add more bosses to it if I wanted to. Like Slime, Easy Lucid, you know. If I ever get it up to 250 and slam some more nodes in or something, I could definitely do that. So that's the burning. That's all the burning stuff. That's all of the new updates. Now for the huge blob. These other events, Jet Job Advancement. Oh, wait. Jet Job Advancement should still be in here somewhere. Oh boy, where is it? Who saw Jet Job Advancement? Oh god. Okay, EX to EY, boys. Unhide columns. Okay, we're gonna have to zoom out just a little bit. I'm gonna have to zoom out just a little bit. Control F, Jet. Okay, did they change the time on that? What the? Nitrope. Hide columns. And then, woohoo! Hide columns. Clean. We can update this one. Oh, wait. Copy link. Edit link. So it's going to be until here. So if you log after patch, if you log into your Jet, you will not be able to play it. It'll tell you, well, we can read it. We can read it really quickly, but it'll basically tell you. Stop highlighting it like that. Basically tell you that if you log into it, you have to job change it. You must receive a job advancement to move out of the map. Please talk to Maple Administrator on the map. Let job change to one of the 15 Explorer jobs. And then once you do switch, you get all of the free stuff, equipment conversion. We've gone over this like 4 times now because of all the patches, but double check on this if you're still not sure about switching your Jet around. But if you log into it, you're going to have to switch over. So nodes conversion, familiar conversion, compensation distribution, blah, 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 and then all the bonus stuff, right? The outfit, the mount, the effect, the trace of Jet, which is basically the 6% critical damage effect for a year, and the link skill effect of all stat and weapon magic attack plus 35 max effect. They're killing the Jet. Jet has been killed. You've already not been able to create one for months now. Magnificent growth potion, right? That's in there. Growth selector, growth potion selector coupon, that's in there. 100 nodes. Symbol selector coupon, either 100 arcane or 20 sacreds, and 10 15-minute triple EXP coupons. And so that's what you're getting if you pick. If you don't pick before The 7th, if you log in after the update on the 7th of February for the new update, you're going to log into a beginner of your level. And even if you switch to another, you have to pick an explorer then if you want to play the character, or just be an explorer, be a beginner, I guess. But if you switch then, you get none of these extra bonus rewards. So if you're okay with that, don't switch. If you want those rewards, do switch. Cool stuff. Then, that's all the side stuff, right? During to the 6-star rewards, that's just a box and opening the box. You guys probably all have the box. I hope you have the box. Open box. Get the stuff from the box. It's going to be a decent title, 20 boss, IED, and a bunch of other attack and stat for 2 weeks. Title is permanent, stats aren't, of course. You get a big old chair, 6 magnificent growth potions, free level up to 250, or a decent amount of EXP past 250. 1 month Little Terry pet package, that's a vac pet, so either use it on a box, yeah. Use it on your hyperburning, or don't. I'm not your dad. Do what you want. And then 1,000 nodes, and then 3 Soul Urda coupons. Oh, I thought they were 90 days. Okay, 60-day duration. But you can only use it once 6 job is out, which will give you Soul Urda. In 2 weeks, Pelipupik, yes. In 2 weeks, we'll get all the updates on 6 job, the skills, the Soul Urda, all of that stuff. We should get a memo, though, before the end of the day. I guess you can have MapleStory.net open to look for a memo. No memo yet. Okay. I thought I felt something. I thought it was in there, but no. Cool. And then the Sunny Sundays, which we've already done, which are already in the event calendar. Now, the main thing is just the New Age events part. Oh, God. This is going to be a lot. Okay. New Age 0 to 100. Honestly, we could slam that in here. A little bit wider. Boom. There we go. Bam, bam. Did I copy it? I don't think I did. So it's going to be a lot of work. Okay. It's okay. Copy, link, copy, insert. Bam. Apply. Bam. Gotcha. Good. This is 7 characters that you can get from level 10 to 100. Easy clap. Zeros cannot participate. Aw, sad. Sad. 0. Okay. Then, basically, you just got a pop-up. Hey, do you want to go to a special map and train there? You say yes. You go there, and you just level like an absolute lunatic. You get to like level 30, and then they're like, oh, you want to go to this other map? And you're like, yeah. And then you just level like an absolute lunatic to 50 there. And then just repeat that a few more times, and you just level 100 before you even realize it. It's so quick. It's so easy. It's so much value. It's so good though that they don't do it instantly. You'll get 1 character per day that you can do this on, I believe. Where's the restriction? 1 character as 0 to 100 character per day, but up to a total of 7 characters per account during the whole event. Right? So what I would do is set 1 character, get it to 100, kill Zakum, focus on your main. Second day, get another character, 1 to 100, do Zakum on the first 2 characters, get some free levels, easy clap. Focus on your main, right? So it's going to be 700 Legion levels plus all the Zakum runs. You'll very easily get basically 1k Legion completely for free. Super duper fast. Level 2 links, level S Legion blocks. So for new accounts, especially if you're playing on Hyperion, this is going to give you a huge start. The special gift. To receive level achievement rewards. Once you achieve level, reach 101 on your 0 to 100 character, you receive the New Age 0 to 100 special gift. Accept the 0 to 100 to level 1. The level 101 can only be claimed by characters level 101 and above, or 0 characters that have completed Story Chapter 2. Wait, what? Only claimed on a world where you haven't leveled? Wait, where does it say that? New age 0 to 100. Special gift can be claimed once per account. New age 0 to 100 special gift can be claimed in a world where you have not leveled the 0 to 100 character in. Oh. Level achievement rewards. Equips at 30, pretty standard. Equips at 60. Equips at 100. That's all super standard. And then you get a My Friend Orangemushroom hat. This little thing here, pretty cute. And then an Our Maple Tree chair. So that's a bonus per character, but the levels is the main thing, right? Summer and Winter Island. What time is the maintenance still? We don't know. It might go very long, because this is the biggest update that the game has ever had so far, so it might actually take a long-ass time. It should be up at reset -2, but that's the planning for now, but probably will go long. I would count on longer, and then either you could be correct or you can be happily surprised. Then we get into Identisk. Oh, top. Hang on. I keep forgetting. I need to click. Boom. Boom. Copy a link address. Then click it. I might just do like this. Identisk. Nice. I'll do this for now. Might move it around a little bit. I'll have to count how many. It's, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This might be even another one. Another one. What do I call it? Summer and Winter Island. Wow. Wouldn't be semicolon, right? Or no, actually just would be a colon. Okay. So. Bunch of requests. Click on NPC. Blah, 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 blah. Second part of journey will unlock on December 13th. That's in 4 weeks, right? Yep, after 4 weeks, so starting week 5. Accept the quest. You can earn up to 500 sunlight coins daily per account and up to 1200 wind coins weekly per account. Sending me to get back into MapleStory? Well, wait until we get a final word on what's happening with the solar, okay? That's more important. So the first thing is just exploration. I felt like it's a lot of events. It's a lot of events. It's a bit overwhelming on how it's all. I should probably do this. Turn this down a little bit. Doesn't need to be like a giant box like that. I believe that all of this. No, it's going to be separate columns. We'll see. So this is all the way. So we'll just make it like this for now. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. And then we'll see. Let's go. Let's talk about MapleStory Live. Lol. Wow, they actually got him. Nice. Do I know if patch is live? Yes, it's not. Could do 100 leveling on your burn character and also food storage on burn. Yes, but I would advise against doing the 1 to 100 on your burn characters because your character is already going to level super fast with burn. And if you do that, you're going to lose out on one extra Legion Link character that you can build out super fast instead. It always... Intuitively, it might seem like a good idea to stack like fast leveling events on top of each other, but if you think about it, it's actually a bad idea because you're actually losing value. You're gaining value in the short term, but you're losing value in the long term for your entire account. Okay, so exploration. You have basic exploration and in-depth exploration. Basic exploration can be completed once a day per account. Upon logging in, basic exploration can be completed by clicking on Do Basic Exploration, and then you're done. And then you just get 500 sunlight coins. And then, so it's basically like a daily login check. That's what it is. If you missed completing the basic exploration, disable X, thank you. Bot. Thank you. If you miss it, you have the option to use the basic exploration pass. So you just spend Maple points to get the daily check-in, right? Then you have in-depth exploration. That can be completed once a day, but up to 3 times per week. So that's on top of it. That's besides it. Your goal is to defeat 2,000 monsters near your level, and click the Do In-Depth Exploration button to complete it for that day. But again, this is like a bonus daily. You don't have to do it every single day. Only 3 times a week. Once you complete the in-depth exploration, you receive the Identisk points and the in-depth exploration rewards. So the item exploration can be claimed per account and used per world, and you will receive different amounts of points during item exploration period and the TISC exploration period. You receive 10 points for the first and second in-depth exploration completion of the week, and in the third in-depth exploration you receive 30 item TISC points. So the third one will always be better. But again, only 3 times per week, so if you do it first 3 days, you're done for the week for this part. TISC exploration will be 20 and 40, so just 10 more for each. You can use the Identisk points to level up the stat of your choice via the Gift of Identisk event. This just links to further down, but basically... Oh, I have to scroll back up. But basically, that's like points that you get to build in skill points for your entire account, so your entire account can get a bunch of bonus stats. So that's like the bonus daily that you have to build that. So log in, check, get your daily. That's every day. Log in 3 times a week, kill 2,000 monsters near your level. Get skill points to build out skill for your entire account so everyone can get stronger, better culverts, better bossing mules, all that stuff, right? Okie dokie. If you have missed any of the 3 in-depth exploration pass, you can also do in-depth exploration pass for Maple points, so you can catch up as well. Please be aware of the following information when claiming the rewards. Sunlight coin coupon can only be used while the Sunlight coin shop is open. Make sure to use them prior to February 11th. Yeah, the shops usually go a little bit later, right? So the shops will probably be up until... Oh, the shops is one of them. Yeah. So usually what I do is boom, 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 and then this one usually goes like this, bam, 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 and then bang. Yeah, shops close before close at 23. 89, 59 on Feb 11, 2359, something like that. Yes, make sure you completely change the font to Arial as well as the only thing in this entire file. And then bottom. And then all the shops will just be here. Might still be the whole one, because it's still part of the event. Usually there's 3 shops. We'll see. Maybe we'll change it. A fellow Pipit Den. Oh, we're all a bunch of Pipit Dens online, bro. Okay. When using the coupon, a desired amount that you want to claim at the same time. Coupon can only be used on characters that have completed the basic quests. And if you have an empty scroll bag in your inventory's use tab, scrolls will be distributed into the bag, so be careful. Exploration rewards can only be claimed once per account, and the progress record is shared between the characters on the same account. That's just a big screen with all the stats. Well, I mean, we can look at it here. So these are those win coins that you get from the weeklies. You know, the numbers for the weeklies. And then it's the... where's the UI? Oh, here. No. Yeah, this. No, not this. This is the bonus stuff. This is the standard stuff. So here you click for your daily. And then it's like, cool. And this is just where the daily progress happens. This is a lot of free stuff, by the way. It's insane. Looked at it in a test server. And then the second tab is the in-depth exploration stuff. Deep exploration, in-depth exploration. So this is the extra reward stuff for that. So yeah, crazy amount of stuff. So there's here's the whole list of items, but you could also just see them. But it's like a large chunk of EXP coupons, lots of honor EXP, trade boost potions, big chunks of extra coins and selector coupons. There's a bunch of with 20, with 40, with 20, with 40, stacks of extreme growth potions, 10 at a time. There's three, I believe three, on this one, 3 big potions in here, magnificent potions. Yeah, 3 of those. Not all the items here are exactly the same, although, actually, I think they are. I don't see any difference here. And this is a 60-day prepared spirit pendant as well. But it seems like they are exactly the same. Here's the damage skin, what it's going to look like. Another unit damage skin, maybe something for your Angelic Buster or something. I don't know which character you think can use this well. But, you know, anyone can use it, of course. Tashi, TV and Dingfree, thank you for the follows. So here's all the stuff. There's another selector ring as well. So if you're doing Hyperion, then you can get 3 big event rings just by participating in this one event. Or Lara. Yeah, Lara. Could work on Lara for sure. You have a beautiful Ankyroid coupon. Look how cute he is. It's cutie patootie. Okay. More selectors. Select the damage skin coupon. You guys know all of those. The Identisk chair. That's what this is going to look like. Not too bad. More secret symbols. Small sea otter outfit. So here you can see what that looks like. So you can decide where you're going to pick that up. And then the in-depth exploration rewards. So 75 powerful flames on day 1. Boom. Completion 2, non-reboot gets bonus mystical cubes. We get 50 hard cubes. Okay, we don't get like meso bags. I appreciate that. Then we have 10 experience nodes, pretty big. 100 nodes, 100 karma eternal flames, big. Remember, this is only 3 times per week, right? So it's not going to be like everything up until here on week 1. That's going to take a bit longer to get down. Karma eternal rebirth flame. I mean, if something gets upvoted enough on his subreddit, he's just going to talk about it because it's free content for him in another, you know, 25 to 30 minutes that he doesn't have to worry about what to talk about on stream, right? It's just free content. Easy clap. Event ring, exclusive rings, Karma Solid cubes, event ring exclusive legendary potential scroll. So if you don't, you know, if you have no character or no ring that can really use that, combine this with one of the event rings from the event. Love you, Mark Crew. It's still cool. No, it is still cool, yeah. To an extent, I mean, yeah, I don't care as much, but if for some people, they're like, he's like a really big content creator that they watch and that they admire a lot. So if he pays attention to that, I imagine that's pretty cool if you care about like his opinion on stuff, yeah. Karma unique potential scroll, that's pretty good. Glowing cubes, 20. 75 powerful flames again, and then another 50 bonus mystical cubes and 50 hard cubes, depending on reboot and non-reboot. Another 10 experience nodes, 200 nodes, another 100 eternal rebirth flames, 20 25 hard cubes, 20 solid cubes, another 100 black flames. Huge. Is Grandest instance after this patch? Yes, all areas 260 and above are going to be instantly announced. Karma unique potential scroll, again, another one. It's basically just the same again, I guess, until the last part here. A 17 Star Force Karma Star Enhancement. I guess for some bossing mule that somehow has an item that's not 17 yet, you can throw that on. 20 bright cubes. And then the last one here, bonus glowing cubes for non-reboot, or 30 Karma Black Rebirth Flames, again, for reboot. So, is that 230 Black Flames in total? Man, if I don't gain a single flame score on my shoes that have already eaten up, like, probably about 100 plus of these Black Flames, I want to get a better flame, bro. Damn. Is anyone getting there was a network error? Please try again. Error number 2000 over and over. On my stream or like on Twitch, or where are you getting it? Thank you. See you soon at channel 18 Genesis. Alright, see you there, bro. Oh, so here you see the picture as well. Sorry, I had to go. So here you can see the picture for the basic exploration. Yes, you see the Legendary Circulator. Legendary Circulator takes your inner from whatever it is to Legendary rank. So use it on a new character, right? That starts with a rare or an epic. Or use it on existing characters what you want to use on a bossing mule and doesn't have a high tier inner ability just yet. So the and then the picture of the in-depth exploration is this one, and here you can see basically all of the same rewards. Of course, the cubes are still the KMS cubes, right? So they look a bit different, but other than that, the rewards are all there, and they're the non-reboot ones. So yeah. Cool. Very cool. That's the exploration. So that has the in-depth and the regular exploration. Then we have Gift of Identisk. That is... shit. Back to top. Here we go. That's also... That just lasts the whole thing. I'll put that here. Gift of... That is basically the what I mentioned before, where you get the channel points from the in-depth exploration. Channel points. The in-depth exploration points, the Identisk points, those you can use to level up the skills. That will give you extra bonus on all of your characters that you've unlocked the area with, right? Very common to the extra bonus stat, passive stats you could get from Night Troop was a little bit different, but we've had a lot of events like this in the past. Basically, you can just unlock the skills based on the level and based on the buffs, I should say. Unlock the buffs. Based on the buffs, they typically scale very well. If you look at the cost here, up to level 4 typically is very doable. Getting anything past level 4, you know, you want to make sure that you're looking at how many points are available. So if you're just going to be grinding and you're going to do like nothing else, you might get your EXP to 5 or even to 6. So you can unlock that 12.5 or that 15%. And then maybe a little bit of normal monster damage. You know, and then that's it. The best value is usually from getting a lot of level 4s across the board. Will be very solid. And then maybe things you don't need as much, you just don't get at all. And then the things you do want a lot, you get to up to level 5. Level 6 is, yeah, it's very expensive. Because it's not like in total 60. It's 60 on top of the level 50, right? And it's only for an extra 2.5% or an extra 5% here. So the last one is very inefficient. But if you don't need anything else, you could get it. What bonus stat do I recommend? If you're mainly just leveling up your stuff, I would mostly go for normal monster damage, probably up to... I'd probably just get a lot of 4s. I got like level 4 IED, level 4 normal monster damage, level 4 boss damage. Crit rate usually doesn't need to be as high, but like level 2 or 3 crit rate probably. Arcane power probably also level 3, and then XP acquired probably level 4. I just work on that and just evenly bring them up. That's what I would work on. You'd be too positive, I don't hear enough complaining. That's just me, dude. I already got like completely blown out by the community when totems were being removed, that I wasn't like up in arms, I wasn't screeching then, and basically, well, to another extent, because there just weren't as many people in the Maple community or on Twitch at the time. But it was the exact same story then, and everyone bounced back. Everyone's getting higher rates than they ever did. Everyone even forgot that totems even existed, and people have moved on, and more people are playing the game than ever before, and whatever happens, that'll probably happen as well. We always bleed off some people. Some people said that they were going to quit. Some people probably quit, but eventually, you know, ultimately people just stay or they continue. It's what always happens, but I guess if you're not super doomer, then it seems like, yeah, like you hate everyone or something. But I mean, that stuff only makes me hate everyone, but that's another topic. So that's Identisk gift. That's where you can see your current skill points. Gotcha. Is buff duration cap at 100%? No. No, it just keeps going. Just keeps going. But some skills cap at the buff. So what they did for... Oh god, what was it for? Infinity? They maxed out how much total final damage you can get from it. So you can get it for longer if you stack more buff duration, but it doesn't go past, I believe it was plus 120% final damage, if I'm not mistaken. I could be off a little bit by that. Yeah, I'm probably going to be working on buff duration a lot, because my hyper burn is going to be Fire Poison Mage. So I'm probably going to be looking at... I probably don't need any normal monster damage. I probably don't need any crit rate. I probably don't need... maybe I'll need a little bit of arcane power, probably not much. I'll probably go for EXP up to level 5. Buff duration up to level 5. And probably boss for ID 3 or something. That's probably what I'll look at to get to that. And then I'll see how many points I have left. The thing is just, if you look at it in a graph of like the EXP per hour and something, like in general, it just kind of goes like this, right? And the problem is when they cut off like totems and shit, what a lot of people feel like is that it goes like this. And then it goes like that. That's what it feels like to a lot of people. But that's not what happens. What happens is, if they didn't change it, instead of going like this, it would go like this. And that's not what they want. This is like danger zone. This is like too high. Like they don't want any of this. So when they curve it, it's not to stop this, but it's to stop that. And what happens is not this, but what happens is this, this. So that the original line of this is somewhat maintained instead of going like that. Right? So when people say like they don't want this to happen because they want to be here, that is going to happen eventually. It's just going to take a bit. But when the game changes, it's not because they don't want this to happen, it's because they don't want this to happen. And in order to do that, they have to do this. But it never feels good, and I understand that. But it's just a long-term versus a short-term thing. But moving on. That's the gift of Identisk. Everyone with me so far? Everyone got it? Oh. Don't need that. Food storehouse. Okay, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff, chat. This is where you get crazy bonus EXP. This is from the 15th until the 12th. I believe there's multiple food storehouses. Identisk food storehouse. To the 15th? Oh, to the 12th. I'll put this like this now because I think I'll just put multiple together because there's multiple storehouses if I'm not mistaken. My snowy place. It both looks very cute. So what happened is... Sorry, screening monsters. Yeah, so basically it's a little mini map from level 101 to 259. You can go in here. You can go in here, I believe, 3 times, once a day, up to 3 days per week. So same limitation as the in-depth exploration, right? And you'll be able to get an insane amount of EXP there. You saw me do it on, yesterday on test server, hopefully, and I did it on Saturday. Saturday, I think, on the test server as well. It's a crazy amount of EXP. You can only kill 1,000 monsters in there, but it gives you a ton of EXP. It's crazy. It levels you almost as fast as that 1 to 100 bonus level EXP. How much is it? Well, it depends on your level. So it scales with your level. It's not like if you go there in at like a 250 and you kill 1,000 that you just gain a whole level, but you'll gain way more than training. Probably about, in the same amount of time, I don't know, like at a low level, probably like 5 to 6 times the amount. Is it worth stacking with hyperburning? Yes, this is worth stacking with hyperburning, 100%, just to get your hyperburning done faster and to move through the game, yeah. Again, if you have a lot of projects that you're working on, you can also choose to not use this on hyperburning because it has limited entries. But I think for most people, it makes the most sense to hyperburn with this, for sure. I will as well because I don't have any other characters really that I want to make any gains on. But if you have like a bunch of characters, if you have a bunch of characters that are like level 180, 190, and you want to get them like up to 200, for example, or up to 210 with like Lynx and Legion, it might be more worth using it on those characters because the monsters will be very easy to kill. It'll be free EXP. You don't have to fund your character, all of that stuff, right? Whereas your hyperburn, you're already getting 3 levels at once anyway. You are leveling faster. You're like eventually you'll finish your burn within the burn period anyway. Might be better to not double up on them, right? So depending on your situation fits, that's like the 2 scenarios that I would give you. Hope that makes sense. So, oh, we actually got through the entire playlist. Replay. MapleStory. If you're over 260, you can join. You can only enter it with 1 character per day, but if you leave and then come back, you can finish up the monsters, right? So if you're like close to leveling, you can go in, level, go do something else, go back, get another level, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so if you're really single character focused on your account, use it on your hyperburn. If you're looking at more like account progress, you might want to use it on different characters to get them up to 200 or to 210. That'll be my general advice. Yeah. If you exit all the monsters with time remaining, you can re-enter the map to defeat the monsters before the daily battle resets. I just said that. Has to be with the same character though. And you're moved out of the map when you've either defeated all 1,000 monsters, regardless of the remaining time, or when 50 minutes have passed. I don't think that's true. When I killed all the monsters, I was just left in a map with nothing there to do, and I had to talk to the NPC or go through the portal to leave. So I don't... Maybe it happens eventually, but I never waited around for that. 210 is level 3 Lynx, so it's 220. 210, yes, 210. And the weekly entry record will be reset every Wednesday at reset. Yes, so Wednesday at reset means when Tuesday turns into Wednesday. Yes. Because events start on Wednesdays and on Tuesdays, right? Reward, EXP, a lot of it. So it looks icy, and then there's another one later where he looks fiery. Hopefully they have a picture of that one. Yes. And the fiery one also has the big fiery dudes. And these give even more bonus EXP. And this one will start at the 13th until January 9th. But I want to kind of combine those two if possible. Tisk food storage. Oh my god, I keep clicking them. Thanks for the follow. For Canada, eh? Disk resource. Copy. No, not this color. Boom. So I'll do this. Insert link. Country. Apply. Boom, boom. Boom. Ctrl X. Boom. Ctrl V. Bam. 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 And then do bonus EXP event. Bam. Bam. Something like that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. See if that makes sense. 0 to 100 is still February. New Age. 0 to 100 starts November 15th until February 6th. So, yes. Exclamation mark events if you want to check this. And you can just follow it in real time as I'm updating it. Okie dokie. An Aqua Adventure. This is a party quest thing, I believe. November 15th until December 12th. Just like this one. Uh-oh. Maybe I'm blocking it up wrong. We'll see, we'll see. Iden Aqua Adventure. Okay. We'll see if we need to rearrange that later to make it a little bit more compact. We'll see. I'll see what I'll do there. So basically, take a deep dive and catch them with Orin in exchange for EXP points. Remember, those are the coupons that you can use on different characters in your account. Also very good at getting characters up to level 200, up to 210, or just slamming it all on your main character just to level it up a bit quicker. You will automatically be paired with 2 other players in the quick start queue to play together, or be in a party of 1 through 3 players to start immediately. Transform into sea otters, and the goal is to defeat monsters, earn 50,000 points within the given 30 minutes with your teammates. Let's see if we can find the pictures for that here. Oh, here we go. So you basically just get a harpoon, and you just fuck shit up. Looks like it. And then you have a pianist that you can shoot at the end. You have a harpoon attack, underwater rush, emergency escape, electric harpoon at level 4, and harpoon shout at level 7. So you can build up some stronger skills. Oh, they have harpoon barrage, I guess, here instead. At level 7. Shoots harpoon at a fast speed. No, at a high speed, or fast. Attacking the monsters in front, hold down the skill key to fire the harpoons constantly. Well, you get a hurricane harpoon. Harpoon hurricane. You can change the hotkey if you want. But you need to check your oxygen gauge and manage your breathing. If your oxygen gauge runs out while you're in the water, you will lose all the points you've earned. Okay, but isn't there like only water though? How are you supposed to not be in the water? Do you go up? Is there an up where you just go above water? Maybe there is. I can't really see that here. We're shooting out our pianists. Pia! Yep. We're going to shoot those out. Get some extra bonus pointos. There are achievement rewards. You can get up to level 10 max using content EXP that you can get when gaining EXP point rewards upon game completion. Additional skills are unlocked at 4 and 7. Weapon appearances updated at level 1, 5, and 9. Skill attack power increases, and normal attack range and effect increase, and oxygen gauge increase. Does not reset and is accumulated during the event duration. For more details, see section below. Blah, blah, blah. 1,000 EXP points once per day, up to 3 times weekly per account. Yeah, so you can either stagger these things and be like, okay, I'm going to do 1 or 2 things on Monday, 1 or 2 things on Tuesday. Or you could just be like, okay, you know, fucking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to do all 3. Boom. And then just be done for the whole week. And then maybe only do like 1 bossing meal then, and then do more bossing meals on the other day or something. Whatever, Renegade Gaming. So did they change anything? Wow, that's such a vague question. Can you specify? I mean, it's KMS patch notes. So far, we've copied pretty much everything from Korea. Very few differences I've seen. No GMS confirmation. Why are people celebrating? Because the same reason that people were super upset before. Because that was also at an item that wasn't confirmed by GMS at all yet. I hope Asmongold didn't make an ass out of himself by claiming that Nexon was trying to monetize the 5th job when we don't even know if that was actually really the case, but... Just the Urticap, not for GMS, no. What they said is they're going to be a memo later today, and then in 2 weeks, when 6th job comes out, we'll see the actual full details of 6th job and how they're dealing with the stuff. But they should be announcing before the end of today what's actually going to happen. Yeah, it was Maple Sea who had the low cap and combined with the booster. And they got the cap increased, but the booster still exists there. That's what happened in Maple Sea. But that's a completely different region from us, and that can, but might not have any effect on us whatsoever. Why did they delay? They posted that, basically because they're still having conversations on what they're going to do with 6th job exactly. But the way they said it is that they were going to release a memo today explaining their thought on it. which sounds like they're not going to change it. They're just going to justify why they're doing it. That's what it sounds like. I hope it's not, but that's what it sounds like. So after that notification, I actually have a little bit... I am actually more negative than yesterday, but other people think that we've already won the battle, apparently. So, well, we'll see. But anyway, whatever, you need to, tell your stream to rile up your community. Just to make sure, like, this is going to be me, by the way. This is going to be me, like, my mental during this whole thing is going to be this. And this is everyone else. But yeah. We'll see. First person to leave cannot join another game for 10 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Don't AFK. So, rewards. Harpoon gun. But you get actual items? Oh! And the Sea Otter suit. Yeah. Oh, they showed this during the live stream. They showed the otter suit, I think, right? Yeah, but you also get a harpoon gun. Weapon cover. Wait, does it cover every weapon? This is not a bad weapon for a marksman or something. Should get some of my fire poison. Get a harpoon gun. Take it possible to gain 30k Soul Urda energy. From what we've looked at for the numbers, it doesn't seem possible. Yeah, Frenzy Totem maybe. But with Frenzy potentially not even working at all, or only working half, or maybe not working, that's pretty up in the air. It seems like they put the cap to a level where nobody can get it, so that it wouldn't be effectually a cap to anyone. Because it's probably easier to change the cap number than to just remove the code and potentially fuck some shit up. That's basically the conclusion that we got to. The only one's able to hit the 30k cap is Niru. There's only like 2 or 3 people in the entire world, yeah. Oh, stupid question. Does anyone know how long left for the maintenance? It's pretty it's a pretty stupid question. No, there are no stupid questions. But it's supposed to go live 2 minutes, 2 hours before reset. But I heard that Maple Seas went up to a total of 17 hours. So, don't hold your breath. Unless you want someone in chat to perform CPR. Point them out now, so that we know who gets to perform CPR. Rambunctious Iden Friends. What is that? 15th to 12th as well. Okay, we did mess up. Okay, Rambunctious Friends. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Nobody cares about this guy. Okay. Cleaner. So this is going to be earn EXP. Oh my god, more EXP. Oh, this is the training skill. Okay, this is the automatic activation training skill when you're killing monsters near your level. Within 20 levels. Okay, okay. Once all 6 slots are filled. Wait, fill a total of 6 slots of reckless. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. Once you fill a total of 6 slots of reckless tracks. Okay, just when you kill X amount of monsters, right? 30 times per day per character. Okay, so if you're trying to level multiple characters, this will be a way to get multiple levels of EXP on multiple characters if you're trying to spread out and work on Legion and all that stuff. today. It's in maintenance right now. We're hoping that it comes out before reset, but probably won't. Probably will be after reset if we're being realistic with how big the patch is, and you know, it seems to make more sense. It's war. Skill is only visible when affected XP buffs and death penalty XP reduction effects. Blah blah blah. You can't use it when someone else is already using it. We got it. Bonus XP. Okay, 30 times per character per day. All right, bonus. Then the Tisk Food Storehouse, already checked that one. That's also bonus EXP. That's a lot of EXP. We should almost start highlighting what is EXP and what isn't, huh? This one shouldn't be highlighted. There we go. Boom. And maybe shouldn't be like this either. We'll see. Then Tisk Tropical Adventure. That should probably be all in the same second part for a week, right? 13th to 9th. Tisk Tropical Adventures. No filter. Whoops. What? That is, let me guess, more EXP? No, just kidding. That's a new PQ. Okay, so that one starts when the first one ends. Right, so we got a event, we got a bonus EXP one, and then we got a PQ one for the first 4 weeks, and then one for the second week. It's very symmetrical. Changed. Boom. Got it. With a little mini game. Let's see what that looks like. Tisk. This is the buddies. That's the skill. That's the activation. These are the little things that you need to charge up, and then they join up and kill everything. The gift, we already checked that. Where's the other mini game? Wind coin shop. No, that's not what we're looking for. Mezzo shop. No. Damn it, we have to scroll up. Rambunctious Buddies. Aqua Adventure. Food Storage. Exploration. Oh, is this in a later update? Tisk. Would these be part 2 of the... Oh, there should be a part 2 of the update. DJ Masks Respect V. Oh, that's the combination. Oh, the combination key looks different here. For us, it's on the left side. No, this is all different. This is all different events. So this is a new minigame then? Tropical Adventure? No, it's probably just in some patch note that I haven't found right now. But it's just a different version of the same game, essentially. With the EXP rewards, 3 times per week. Although, I think so, right? Oh, no, this is daily. Wait, to get EXP points? Wait, it doesn't say that this one is... to other... For the third part? 3,000 EX points once per day. Oh, here it is. Yeah, up to 3 times. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's really just the counter for that. With a brown sea otter hat and a golden slingshot instead. Oh, that's more of a marksman item. Okay, then we have Tomb's Prayer. Oh, I talked to that guy not too long ago. Yesterday I talked to that guy. Tomb's Prayer is from December 13th to January 9th. Oh, so that should also be here then. Tombs. So that'll probably just be the monster kill near your level skill as well, I'm guessing. Yeah, Blow Gale, Rage Hurricane. Yeah, and then you get like a different effect. I remember that. Oh. Gale. Hurricane. No. Doesn't have those same. Yeah, so that might be in the part 3 update. So that's the last Identisk one, so that should be... And then in this one... In this one? No. Coconut Smash Challenge. Ayo. Tongue's Prayer. Here it is. Yeah, that's a skill. Dong dong dong. And a disc. Oh, Disc Tropical Adventures here. Yeah, here we go. And you see the outfit here. This is a dragon fruit, right? Kiwi. Big old melons. Big old melons on my screen right now. It's allowed though. We're allowed to have giant melons on screen. Okay, 1 time per day up to 3 times per week. Yeah, and here you have the outfit with the slingshot. There we go. Oh, you see what it looks like as well. Basically, there's a bunch of people. You're just shooting birds out of the sky, getting them to drop fruit. And you probably don't want to... Maybe some that you don't want to hit, I'm guessing? Yeah, you want to dodge the rocks, obviously. You can get, like, upgrades. Got, like, a split shot. Might be kind of difficult to see the rocks sometimes, because they look a lot... They look very similar to the coconuts. Okay, that's that. Oh, this is a 1 to 100, yeah. I did that on a test server though, the special rewards. Yeah, make sure to have all of these open and just throw them all into. What's that boycott question mark? Because we have no admissions and no details for GMS, yeah. Which is the server that I play, so that's the server I care about. I don't really care about what MapleSea had or what MapleSea has now, and it doesn't really impact me as a person or as a content creator or as a player, so yeah, that doesn't change where I was at yesterday. If anything, I'm now more nervous than I was yesterday, because the announcement for the memo mentioned that they were going to say why they are doing what they're doing, basically, rather than potentially changing their stance. So if anything, I'm a bit more spooked. Sunlight Coin Shop. Ah, the coin shops. Here we go. Satellite radio. You're all gonna hit with a boom, boom. Copy link address. Okay, Sunlight Coin Shop. And we're just gonna slam all these in. Sunlight Coin Shop. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Wind Coin Shop. So Wind Coin Shop is for the weekly coupons. Weekly items, weekly coins, whatever. 1,200. This is 500 a day plus a bunch of bonuses. But remember, there's not going to be that many items in these shops, okay? Because from the regular exploration and the deep sea exploration, if you just do that, you're already going to get such an insane amount of rewards. They basically took all of those rewards that otherwise would be... that would be items that would be otherwise in shop and you have to spend. Then you would have to... But you have to gather more coins for it. Now you don't have to gather the coins for it, and you'll just get it straight up from the daily rewards and the 3 times a week rewards. This might be room... Hang on. Control X, Control V. Switch, switch, switch. Switch, switch. This is not really part of Identisk. Well, this is kind of part of Identisk. But it's like the hunting maps, right? It seems like that's going to be temporary, which it should be. Or if at all. November 6th. Yeah, it's November 6th. Okay. So powerful unknown energy is suppressing the concentration of sacred power in the map, causing a phenomena to occur. Wow. The lore explanation. Though this is temporary and the unknown energy will eventually weaken. Blah 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 blah. Except the skill. Map can be used by up to 2 players simultaneously. Monsters will not be summoned to the 3rd player that enters the map. So if you're in a sacred map and you don't get any spawn, it's because 2 other people are already jumping around and training. As soon as the person leaves, you will become number 2 and you will get spawn. This includes going into special maps. Like, so, at least that's how it works in KMS. They're saying elites and stuff will not be summoned. If the character dies, the personalized monsters are removed. Even if you revive at the same place, you cannot reclaim the ownership of the monsters if someone else takes it instead. You must re-enter the map to have personalized monsters again. So don't die. Don't be a Demon Avenger. Frenzy Totem's effects will only apply to the instance Sacred Power Hunting map of the character that used the Frenzy Totem. The effect will disappear once the character leaves the instance map. So that does seem to apply that it, or imply that it applies to both the monster respawn speed and the amount of monsters, which, from what I heard, was not happening exactly in the test server. So hopefully that's done. On the new event, can you do both explorations? Both explorations, like Identisk exploration. That is both explorations. Wait, what do you mean? Am I missing something? Oh, the regular and the in-depth. Yes, yes. The regular is just a daily check-in. And the in-depth is one that you can do 3 times per week. Where you kill 2,000 monsters per day during your level. Yes. And if you look at the UI, you will see that they just have... You don't have to like choose one or anything. So this is the in-depth exploration. So this is 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, right? That's where they're per 3 in a row. There's only 3 columns. And that's why here there's 7 columns, because this is 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, right? So this is the first 4 weeks, this is the second 4 weeks, but the whole event is 12 weeks. But there might be some more stuff coming later. But overall, it seems like you could miss 4 full weeks of stuff and still get all the stuff. W event, yeah, if you... So, dude, I don't know if you can talk to someone who hasn't played the game in like 2 to 3 years. If you look at all the stuff that we got from Journey to the 6th star, and you look at all the stuff we get here and here, and you throw that all into one pile, anyone who's played the game, not played the game for like more than 2 years will look at that and be like, that's disgusting. Because that's like stuff that you probably would have to play the game like a year for to get or something. Or like, that's like 6 months to like 6 to 9 months, depending on how much you play, worth of like progress in certain regards. But now they're just like slamming that at you by just clicking things and doing some dailies and some weeklies. Like, it's crazy how much lifestyle creep we've got, because we could just get so much stuff for free. Remember, KMS did not get Journey to the 6th star at all. Like, all of that run-up stuff, all of those chapter rewards, challenge rewards, daily rewards, all of that bonus EXP, they got none of that. They just got like, hey, you're getting 6 jobs soon. And they always, I mean, they get the content faster, but they have like no time to prepare for it. And that's a huge difference between our server and their server. So, it says other hunting-related features such as combo kill, multi-KO, bounty hunter, and inferno wolf will remain the same. But the problem is, from what I heard in KMS, if you go into a bounty hunter portal, you lose your spawn. So you keep your combo count, but you lose your spawn when you come out. If someone else is in the map, right? So if you see no one else in the map, you could probably take the map, because even if a person, or you can take the portal, because even if someone else goes in, they'll just get like different spawn, and then you'll come out and you'll get your spawn and you could just continue. But if you see like one person training and there's already another backup person kind of like waiting or in the map, or you see regularly people coming in and out of the map, then portals will be dangerous again. Love you, Jay. Portals will be a risk. So, you know, take those calculated risks. Being an event and only, yeah, so this is only from the 15th until the 6th initially. So I'm putting it here. Instanced Sacred Power. Hunting maps. I mean, it's a huge wall of text, but I'm just going to say instance sacred maps. Everyone knows what that means. And then boom, 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 boom. There you go. We're uploading patch notes later. Yeah, so I'll upload this video in a bit. Looks like it's going to be a 3.5 hour video. Poggers. But first we did like a little reaction to the MapleC news, so that's already out. 9 minutes Ursus, don't be late. Yeah. But I think I'll make a little, like a fast little review, like a TLDR of the whole event. But remember, this is just P1 though. Like there's still a part 2 coming. So not only is there a part 2 coming on here, like starting January 10th, we have like very little, right? So there's most likely something happening on January 10th. But we also only have Sunny Sundays until December 10th. And Fifth Job is going to start on November 29th. So it's like... yeah, there's going to be like a lot more patches and stuff releasing. Imagine this is mostly just going to be a continuation patch of everything that we already know, plus adding the Sunny Sundays, but then this one is going to be the actual part 2, I guess. Unless this one is going to be one that gives us 8 weeks of Sunny Sunday, plus then 4 weeks of something here, maybe? Yeah, it's feeling like very much a 3-parter this way. I'm gonna make sure I get these hidden. Hide columns, there we go, so that this is a little bit more compact. So that if you zoom out and do this, then it actually looks quite neat. Question about highlighted in blue and underlined indicating there's something, yeah. Request in bold, give points, which means I don't have anything in bold or anything in italic. The bolds in Sundays are ones to look out for in Reboot. Yep, there we go. Okay. Chat job advancement. I think we got through it, guys. Only 4 hours. No, only 3.5 hours. Not too bad.